Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to the Star Wars Stuff Podcast. My name is David.
I'm Mary.
And tonight I'm Shadow Daddy, aka Chris.
And this is where we talk about all things Star Wars. And before we get started, we want to definitely recognize our top tier Patreon supporters out there, starting with Liam McCallion, Kevin Leininger, Deb McCaffrey, Zach Netzel, Maya Morris, Adam Haber, Front Row King, Cam from Indiana, Mariana Atia Arnold, Rest Jedi 27, Alex Blundell, Indiana Solo, BC Doomit, and Sean Smith. Thank you so much for your awesome love and support out there. Also, legionsabers.com at checkout, get 15% off if you use the code STUFF. We're going to be hanging out with them at Level Up Con at the end of the month in Las Vegas, Nevada. So if you go to Level Up Con, check out the booth. You'll see me. You'll see Mary. You might see other people, maybe. So yes, legionsabers.com. Use the code STUFF at checkout. So we're on the precipice of getting Maul Shadow Lord episodes 2 and 3, but we haven't heard the Shadow Daddy's opinion about Maul Shadow Lord episodes 1 and 2. So we want to get his opinion. He is the Shadow Daddy. So let's have it.
So my opinion, I was very, very happy and very excited. I was very impressed by the first two episodes. I thought the writing, I thought the story was excellent. The animation, I mean, we all saw the sizzle reel that they played for us back in Celebration Japan, and the animation there looked better than anything we've seen from Lucasfilm Animation. But it seems like they were able to touch some stuff up, and it looks even better. I love the technique that they're using now with actually having the animation layered on top of matte paintings versus just having everything be animated. It just makes everything look more like real, even though it's an
Yeah,
animated
it's got
show, it look
depth.
exactly, it has depth, exactly. um Maul is Maul, and Maul is exactly what I expected. I was kind of worried that the show was going to turn Maul into kind of an anti-hero, where he's not a hero at all. He is a bad dude. But like Sam Witwer said at an interview that he did, that this show is supposed to be Maul, bad dude, versus even worse dudes. So I'm stacked to see that, and are stoked to see that. And I had a couple of nitpicks. One was it seemed like that waiting for the who's whistling. If is it me?
I don't know. It's probably my dog.
Oh, okay. All good. I was um, kind of the only nitpicks I had were that they had, it looked like the animation during the action scenes was just amazing, but then when they went to just playing scenes where there was no action, it kind of looked like what we had out of Bad Batch or Rebels, which, okay, that's just a little nitpick. And then Spybot, who voiced by David Collins, I thought was excellent, but there were a couple times where he was a little bit over the top, like the whole at the beginning, where he was riding on the back of that speeder, and he's like, "Booyah!" I'm like, I'm like, come on now. I'm like, did you meet
Shout out to
Cyborg
Steve Scott.
somewhere? Yeah, yeah.
R.I.P.
Did you meet Cyborg? Yeah, Stuart Scott. Yes, definitely. But I'm talking about like from a pop culture type thing. Did he talk to Cyborg from the DC universe and pick
Yeah.
up Booyah? But other than that, I thought it was great. I would give it like a 9.8 out of 10. And I'm excited to see what we get this coming Monday morning.
Yeah, it's still holding pretty strong on its rankings too. So, I mean, I'm excited for Monday to see what's going to happen next. Do you remember what the episode titles are for the next two?
Ah, shoot, I don't
Don't
remember.
remember, but we can list them up on here. Whispers in the Unknown for Chapter 3. Chapter
Okay.
4 is Pride and Vengeance.
Oh, so it sounds like a lot of planning and plotting. I wonder if this is when we see that conversation she has with her master, and he tells her Maul is not our friend. Just because we share the same enemy doesn't mean we're on the same side.
Right.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's going to happen probably in episode 3.
And did you see the latest like sizzle reel, I guess you could say, that was put out on social media by Star Wars and the Lucasfilm social media accounts?
Maybe. I feel like now
Two
they're
bl-
really dropping
two,
stuff.
two blue lightsabers.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And we see Devin with one, and then the other guy does not look like Master Diodaki, in my opinion, because he looks taller. But who is the other guy with the blue lightsaber? Does he
Mm,
grow or something? I don't know, but he doesn't look like Diodaki to me. So we'll see.
Yeah, I've been trying to avoid, I should say, spoilers online, and it seems like there's a lot. It seems like, however, it feels there's going to be some interesting cameos, and I don't know if there's a blue lightsabered character or not. Think I've spoiled myself and seen other characters, but yeah, I didn't realize that there were 2 blue lightsabers. I'm trying to avoid all that because I've seen a lot of action sequences too,
yeah.
and I'm like getting hyped, but it's like I don't want to see this. I'll repost it to our social medias, but
Mhm.
I'm just kind of avoiding this because this thing has held strong, and nothing makes me feel better than to see the community accept it and
They're
be hyped
excited.
about it,
Mhm.
and for Star Wars to basically do the right thing with the character that is the
Right.
title character in Maul. We talked about how we were so hyped for the Book of Boba Fett, and it seems like that really wasn't the character anyone was expecting. But with Shadow Lord, we were all expecting Darth Maul, or not Darth Maul, Maul, just to be Maul, and
Mhm.
that was what we got. And
Exactly.
a lot of media have seen the first 8 episodes, haven't seen the entire thing because there's 10 episodes, but they have kind of confirmed that they don't go astray here. And like you said, Chris, it's not an anti-hero type of story. It's just straight up Maul, being just diabolical and Machiavellian and just trying to play 4D chess to kill Palpatine, even though we
Mhm.
do kind of know the ending of a lot of storylines. But I mean, it's still really cool. And just the fact that if you go back and think about like Clone Wars and Rebels, he was deeply terrified of Vader. He knew that he couldn't beat Vader alone. I mean, that was the insinuation. So now we're probably going to get that duel finally, I think. So,
We're
and
gonna get something close to it. I don't know if we're gonna
you
get
know,
the duel in this season at least.
Yeah, that was going to be my question to you guys. Do you think we'll get something like that this season, or you think they'll save that for next season?
man, it's if
They would
they
not have announced the second season unless they were gonna have something major for it. Like that had to have been the pitch. Like, look, everyone wants to see the Vader Maul fight. We need to build to that. We cannot do that in this first season. So you have to give us a season 2, and we promise that it will deliver to what the fans really, really want. Also, this is like Dave Filoni's baby, and
Yep.
he's in charge. So he just has to go, yep, and it's done.
No,
So
you're exactly right. Exactly right.
but Dave has been more hands off than previously on any other animation, which is cool. The first episode had 3 directors on it,
yeah.
which is incredible. Um, and I want to just point to that chapter 10 finale. That's called Vader something or other, I think.
I
And they're just going to
I
flip it.
think we're just no. I think if we get Vader, I don't know if we'll get Vader. I think we'll get the Grand Inquisitor or we'll get Palpatine. If we do get Vader, it's going to be a mention of him to start building that like that tension and stuff, right? It'll get us hyping like, oh, they're going to bring Vader. They wouldn't say his name unless they were going to bring him. Or we get his voice, like that's who Marok is talking to, because that's the big question, right? Like, who is Marok calling my lord? Is it Vader? Is it Palpatine? Is it the Grand Inquisitor?
Mhm. Yeah,
And stuff.
I'm thinking the same. We could also get a hologram. It could be a
Mm.
hologram communication, which would be enough for me. I stated in when Albert and I broke this down on the Cantina cast that for me, I don't want any big cameos in this season. Let Maul stand on his own. Let the new characters get their footing. Then when that is done for season two, then we could talk about bringing in cameos from the outer parts of the Star Wars universe. But for now, let Maul stand on his own. Let the new characters grow, and then bring in the established characters next season. And the only reason why is because if you bring in, or in my opinion anyway, if you bring in established characters, you have to use story cycles to explain what's going on with them, right? And that obviously will take away from Maul's growth and the other new characters' growth. So yeah, let them do their thing this season, and then next season, let's go all out. I mean, and see, I hope that's the case because Filoni, for as great as he is, I mean, I don't know if we all gave him a nickname back in 2017 at Celebration Orlando. We called him Fan Service Filoni because at that point he was just giving us cameos in all of his projects left and right. So hopefully, like you said, David, that he's kind of more hands off. He's letting his team run this. He's just being the oversight. Hopefully, not saying that he would, but hopefully he's not, getting in there and saying, hey, we should bring XYZ in as a quick cameo. I don't think so. Again, let him run, and then next season we'll do it all out. So.
Yeah. I know like Athena, who's kind of like Dave Filoni's right hand when it comes to the animation stuff, she kind of backtracked a little bit in an interview where she's like, yeah, we'll do season 2 if the fans really, really want it and stuff. And it's like, well, you already announced it. You promised it. There's no way. And she said it was like, there's other projects that are going to push this back potentially. So it's like, well, you will still get a season 2. Just don't know how quickly you'll get it.
So yeah.
The only thing is Starfighter that's announced because Disney released its calendar for release calendar for film and everything for 2026, 2027, and 2028. And there's nothing on 2028 for Lucasfilm. So I'm guessing there might be an animated film that's going to push back Maul season 2.
Yeah, I don't, it wouldn't be the first time since Disney acquired Lucasfilm that they've kind of fumbled on scheduling. I mean, we all know the history, but here's the thing is hopefully Lin-Manuel Brennan, who is like supposed to be the business side of Lucasfilm as co-president with Dave Filoni, hopefully she can understand something that all business people know is that you need a strike when the iron is hot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I have seen a Disney Plus Star Wars project as hot as Maul Shadow Lord.
Yeah,
and this is coming from the Shadow Daddy. So
yeah. Preach, Shadow Daddy.
Yes. So I know it takes time to do these things, but I would strike while the iron is hot. You have two bookend movies, and you have something that you can add after that bookend movie that comes out next year, Star Wars Starfighter. It would be perfect to come up with something that's supposed to be a little bit more lighthearted in Starfighter, and then just we can go dark as hell for Shadow Lord, Maul Shadow Lord season 2. I think that would be perfect. I'm not in charge though. Maybe they have a plan that makes sense. I don't know what it is, but again, if I were them, I would be like, let's strike while the iron is hot. Because how awesome would it be? I mean, this is going to be a win for those two, and it's this project is considered their first project post Kathleen Kennedy, even though this was in development while she was still in charge. We all know that, but the casual fan maybe will say, hey, this is their first egg. If they can get a win right out of the gate, or they have a win, I should say. But if they could continue on with that win with a season 2 sooner than later, that's just going to bolster the fans' confidence in them. So they need to strike while the iron is hot.
I'm glad you said that, Chris, because this is history repeating itself. They had it in 2019 with The Mandalorian. They did season 2, huge hit. They did not strike while the iron was hot and give us the movie then. They should have given us the movie then. They could have continued it and then did whatever afterwards. But they would have had a $1 billion film with Mando Grogu guaranteed after season 2. Who knows what would have happened? It would have been like Jack Black and Lizzo and all that stuff in the movie. Who knows? But I mean, still, I mean, like I've said it before on the podcast, and I don't think Chris has seen me say it, but I also do agree you have to strike while the iron is hot, and now's the time. If they're listening to us, yeah, I mean, this is I mean, it's time to bring back Maul, essentially. I don't know if you guys have seen Sam Witwer with the lines drawn, the Maul lines, where they did like the performance capture.
Yeah.
I thought about it years ago. What if Sam Witwer just played Maul and he had the voice and everything? To me, I didn't think it was going to fit, but after seeing the lines and somebody did like an AI compilation of what Sam Witwer would look like as Maul, he looks like Maul. It will work. And this goes back to like the Hayden Christensen stuff, where you have Hayden Christensen ready to be Vader again, but they're not doing anything with it. He's aging out here. He's getting to be an old man sooner than you know.
You don't have to be young to be Vader. He just
it's true, but I mean, but it's optimal. It's so optimal. Yes. And what are they doing? Are they doing anything right now? I mean, there's enough spy people out there to tell us that what they're doing. They ain't doing much other than talking behind closed doors.
So, sorry, go ahead, Chris.
No, you mean like talking like a project with Hayden Christensen as either Anakin or Vader?
Yeah, they're. I think we
they used him for Ahsoka season 2
years ago, where Hayden with his agent at like a dinner were negotiating with Disney, and there's like a spy report on that, and I think Hayden will ask for a lot of money. I think he asked for too much as far as Disney saw at Celebration to do autographs and photo ops, and they didn't accommodate him back in 2022 in Anaheim. And then I think in Japan they accommodated him because he's a big pull. He's a very big pull out of the conventions. He's been given his own buildings out of the conventions and have sold them out. People have waited 8 hours in line for his stuff. So
let's not talk about that, okay?
He's ultra.
Oh no!
Let's not talk about that.
Were you one of the ones?
I was one of the ones.
Oh no!
Who got canceled on? Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And then other people just got to meet him at the airport. You know.
Well, Mary, I mean, you're going to meet him at SpaceCon, so
don't jinx it. Do not jinx it.
Like, I don't have to be back there. James doesn't have to be back there.
Ted, if you're listening,
Fred doesn't have to be back. Ted, believe in Ted.
Ted, if you're listening, you're my best friend. Please take me with you.
Ted will get you back there. Every time I wanted to get back there for someone specific, he brought me back there. So
yeah.
But there's so many guests at SpaceCon. Now we're doing a plug for SpaceCon. Yeah, there's so many guests. I mean, all kinds of franchises, wrestling, all kinds of stuff. But
I can't wait to meet David Cena, John Cena.
David Cena. Yeah, we're gonna meet David Cena.
I can't wait to meet David Cena. I can't wait to meet
John
Cena. Yes.
No. See, you can see David Cena. You can see him.
There. He's right there.
Yeah. You can see him.
It's not.
It's high. It's not there.
Hey,
yeah, exactly.
So I use John Cena's voice for my Ray-Ban Metas. I just want him to put them on and talk to himself.
Oh, geez.
So bad.
I know. Yeah, I just want Lucasfilm to like put the foot on the gas a little bit harder here, because there's a lot of stuff that we can do. There's no more we have to go through Kathleen Kennedy and Bob Iger. It's Josh D'Amaro. It's Filoni, Lin-Win Brennan. Hope to see you too. Sabersmith Shop -D6R. Yeah, we'll be at SpaceCon. The entire team, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Even Shadow Daddy here. So you'll get the full.
I'm planning on it. We'll see how it works out.
Oh yeah. You told me the other day. Yeah. Shadow Daddy's very busy.
Out in the shadows.
Being a daddy.
Period. Oh
That's
Lord.
funny.
Anyways, back to Deadpool.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sam Witwer though as Darth Maul. Every time I look at him, all I see is Star Killer because he
So
does do the motion capturing for that.
yeah,
So like that's all
We
I see him when I see him. Like I hear Darth Maul, but I see Star Killer.
I could see him as Darth Maul, but I see him as the animated Darth Maul because he's like because Ray Park,
Mm,
he was stacked, right? Well, and he still is stacked. But no, Sam Witwer is like, Peter Parker looking
hmm.
person, So I think he would look good as, if you would compare him to the animated Maw, I think it'd work. Either way, I think it would work. Because the fans will accept him. It doesn't matter how he
Yes,
looks. It
he's
matters if the
a
fans will
fan
accept
favorite for
him,
sure.
and they will accept him. So
But I don't know if he can do the martial arts. I don't think he can move like Maul.
we got CG stunt people. No, he'll be all right.
yeah.
I guess that's true. Yeah. So I
I mean,
mean, we'll see.
do we think Pedro Pascal can move like we've seen him move in the Mandalorian? I don't think so.
I mean, I don't know because I know he's pretty fit and he's active and stuff. And I'm trying to think the Mando like outside of like jetpack stuff and like the walk and the gunslinging, who we already know is not going to be him, you
Mhm.
know, and stuff. But I think it works because there's the mask.
Yeah,
Sam would not
true,
be able to hide behind something like that. So in
true.
my mind, yeah, Pedro's could do it because I don't care that he's not doing it. I know that you know what I mean. Like it's a
Yeah,
mask. It's a character that's doing it,
But
not a specific person.
it's 2026, Marion. You can take your face off and put
And
it on the stunt
put it
guy.
in a
Yeah.
yeah,
Not
was
a big
was
deal.
it
literally
called
Yeah.
was it called deep fake?
deep
You could
fake.
do deep fake. Yep.
I was thinking of Face Off with John Travolta and
Oh, I
Nicolas
remember that
Cage.
movie. Yep, I remember that movie. Yes, yes. Ain't it cool? Yeah, I remember that movie. Yep.
Yeah. Did
Um,
we just all age ourselves?
Probably, I think.
Oh
But
man.
I remember because he was in that third movie of The Kingsman, right, where he was one of the agents from America, and he had a lot of acrobatic stuff going on there. And I
Yeah.
remember in an interview, I think it was something that he did for Fantastic Four, where he said, "Yeah, that was just so taxing. I don't think I'd ever do something like that again."
Yeah,
So
because
that's
he's
why he's my age. I mean, so
okay.
yeah, so I could do all that stuff, but not.
Here, I'll just Pedro can, I can.
I exactly. If Pedro can, I can. But anyway, yeah, he said that yeah, that doing that movie was just so taxing physically that he wouldn't want to put himself through that again.
That's why I'm kind of surprised that he's in the suit in Mando and stuff. Because just being in that suit has got to be rough for
Yeah,
hours on
it's
end.
yeah. I and then wearing that helmet. I mean, I'm claustrophobic already. I don't want to have a helmet, covering me, for hours at a time on it during the day.
Yeah, and this goes back into why I don't think he's surviving this movie.
You think so?
Yeah, dude, this dies. The guy dies in every project he does. Like it's there's no reason for him to take the helmet off or to say yes to being in the suit unless it was really a huge part of the story. Like for because we went through a whole season of him trying to get that helmet back on and stuff,
Hmm.
and then for this to happen, even if someone like does take it off of him and everything, like it's got to be a really, really big deal to the movie and to how the movie plays out into the outcome. Either he completely leaves his entire core beliefs that he's had since a kid and lived by, or he dies. It's got to be one of the two.
One theory that we talked about on the Cantina cast was, when we left at the end of season three, all of well, at least the ones that were shown during the show, the Mandalorian factions kind of came together, right?
Hmm.
To where, and you have some that follow the way, where it's like, you never take your helmet off, and then you have others like uh, um, Bo-Katan's clan. That's yeah, it's okay to
Who
take it off.
knows?
Y'all are just zealots and whatnot. And the armor brings them all together. And even in one scene tells or commands Bo-Katan to take the mask or take the helmet off. Um, do you think that that's the one thing we discussed? Do we think that maybe because the two clans have come together, to essentially retake and resettle Mandalore, that maybe they've laxed a little bit on those core beliefs?
Oh, no way.
You don't think so?
No, if life imitates art and art imitates life, we already know they come together to gain something and then they start pulling at each other to gain more.
That's a good point.
S-
That's a good point.
You know? So like for me in my mind, like maybe they lax a little bit. Maybe he's okay with it and the armor goes like, your family is not with us anymore, kind of thing. Like
Hmm.
you've walked a different path. You belong in that path. That's the path you've been like happy and your family grows in and stuff like that. So that's the path you need to keep going. You're not a part of this anymore, kind of thing.
Could be.
Like that's the only way I can see them like um not getting at each other's throats to be able to coexist, kind of thing. It's a like releasing him from this so that he can pursue what he really wants and stuff.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. So
Yeah.
we'll find out in about 5 weeks, right?
5 6 weeks and
Mhm.
tickets are still not on sale. When are those tickets going on sale?
Um, so I have a buddy who is a manager at a Cinemark down here,
Oh, cool.
and normally he gets a heads up about maybe 14 days before when tickets go on sale. But there is an exception for Star Wars movies.
Mm.
He gets a heads up a day or two when those tickets go on sale. He's thinking
Whoa.
that they're going to go on sale on Monday, May the 4th,
No way.
which is unusual because they don't normally, like, tickets go on sale on a Wednesday, I think he said. But that's kind of why. Well, he didn't say this. This is what I think is that maybe that's kind of why Maul Shadow Lord is ending on May the 4th too, because that will be the end of that, and then
Mhm.
now we're in full blown Mando Grogu for the rest of the month.
Perfect
So
symmetry.
yeah, it's. I think that's why I was set up like that because look, the release schedule for Maul Shadow Lord goes completely against what Disney has done. It's
Hmm.
always
Hmm.
been on a Tuesday and in the evening on a Tuesday, not first thing as soon as the clock strikes 12, um, Pacific time, that is. Uh,
Hmm.
so why make all these changes? They want to set that up, I think. So we'll see what happens. But he's thinking the May 4th. I'm thinking May 4th. And there's May 4th has a big implication on something else we're going to talk about later in the show. But
Yeah.
for Mando Grogu tickets, I think they're going to go on sale May the 4th.
That's, I mean, okay, it's smart marketing. It's smart in the sense of like letting something finish to then start something else so if this doesn't pull attention away from Shadow Lord, right? I totally get that. The internet will crash all over on May the 4th between merch drops, um, movie ticket sales, and then everything else that's going to happen.
Right. And
You
won't
know?
won't Disney and Lucasfilm love that day is all about them. Between
Hmm.
everything that's
Yeah,
going on for May the 4th,
that's so valid.
the end of Maul Shadow Lord, which, for all we know, again, we've already expressed what we don't want, but hey, Vader could show up in the finale.
Yeah.
And if that happens, and then the tickets go on sale. And so that's what they would own the day worldwide. And that's what they would want.
I don't have enough laptops, phones, everything to be able to get all the things I want that day. I also have a Disneyland reservation and now I feel like I need to cancel it. So that way I can be home and
Oh,
have all my devices ready to go. Oh
Speaking of May
Lord.
the 4th, I'm sorry to disappoint you, Mary, but you know
Oh,
how
you're
I
not
said that
coming?
I'm not gonna be able to make it,
Sad.
but I'll see you soon enough.
I'll get you a pin from the park.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'll get you a pin. Yeah. I mean, now I don't know.
I think that's a
So,
marketing perfect storm right there. I
Mhm.
mean, it's too perfect and too aligning the stars for that to happen. Because yeah, you in one show and then you start the hype for the next big thing they're doing. It's just perfect. And the marketing, I gotta hand it to them. The marketing has been really good for Mall Shadow Lord. It seems like they've
oh yeah.
kind of picked it up and they're like,
Mhm.
okay, well, let's release this, this, and this. And you see stuff online, you see a lot of Instagram posts. I mean, all the merch, and they did the whole big invite for the influencers. And I mean, 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, one of the best rated Star Wars anything that's ever existed. There's so much goodwill right now, and they're going to keep the ball moving with Mando Grogu. I think that's perfect. If they don't do that,
Agree.
they're
It's
just
a wasted
not.
opportunity. It's a wasted opportunity
So
if they don't do
wasted.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
What I think is so wild, like two things on the Shadow Lord front of it is they didn't really start marketing until 2 weeks before the show came out. They did the huge invite, all these clips started coming through, sizzle reels, interviews,
Mhm.
everything started dropping
And
in those 2 weeks.
the brilliant thing they did before they even showed a single episode was we've greenlit a season 2. We're doing
Yeah.
season 2, which puts more confidence in the viewers. Okay, well, they think season 1 is going to be great. We're going to like it. And then you heard nothing nothing about the runtimes because we got 2 episodes at night, didn't even amount to an hour. And then we have a whole nother season, so we know we're going to get more of this.
Yeah.
So I think they handled that perfectly. Now it's up to them to handle May 4th perfectly and just drop
Good
everything
luck.
Star Wars. Yeah, just and I think Chris alluded to the fact that what if they drop the celebration tickets on May 4th too?
That's what I'm talking about, dude. That's what I'm talking about. It's too much. What
No.
am I gonna what we're all gonna have to like get together and try to figure out who's going for what and then take care of each other. Like I hope everyone out there, I hope you have a really good, strong group of
Yeah.
Star Wars friends to help you through this day.
Yeah,
Chris
I'm shaking
hasn't
my
stopped
head
shaking
because
his head.
I'm putting it out in the universe that I don't want celebration tickets to drop on May the 4th. Absolutely
Yeah,
not. Not only is it going to be crazy, what you don't want to do is I think that if you dropped them on the 4th, that will people are going to focus on that
Mhm.
more than anything else,
mm,
right?
yeah,
Don't do that. Focus on your media, not your events, right? Um, I think they should do that. But for me, the reason why I don't want it is because I'm going to be on stage that day presenting crap. I'm not going to have time to go to my phone or go to my
No.
computer and try to get tickets. So don't do it on May the 4th. Repop, Lucasfilm, Disney, don't you dare. Focus on your media, focus on Maul's Shadow Lord and how successful it is, focus on getting the hype train going for The Mandalorian and Grogu, focus on the
yeah,
May the 4th merch, focus
yeah.
on Star Wars night at Disneyland on May the 4th. Leave celebration alone.
You know what's so wild too, and this is gonna be such a bummer because you're not gonna be there, Chris. But Star Wars Night, May the 4th, always has like a big name celebrity. Like Dave Filoni will be there, John Favreau. I think Ashley Eckstein has shown up. Like a lot of like bigger Pedro Pascal,
Mhm.
Diego Luna was there last May the 4th, and
Yeah.
stuff. So if Mando Grogu tickets go on sale that day, I would not be surprised if like the whole cast is there. I think Brandon
Oh,
Wayne was just at Disneyland and he
Mhm.
was like
I think
doing
that's gonna
clips and
happen,
stuff.
Mary.
Agreed.
It seems like
I
too
agree.
perfect and good.
You
Yeah,
know, now,
Filoni will be
now
there, John will be there,
The
Pedro will be
501st will march
there.
them out. Yeah.
They'll have the Grogu they use in the movies there and the puppeteers for it. They'll
mm,
have Brendan and to so sorry, I forget the other actor's name.
Latif.
Latif and stuff. Like they'll all be there.
You're now
Maybe
now my
Katie.
my my FOMO went from here to
So now I have to go. And I can't be here to buy our Star Wars celebration tickets and my Mando Grogu movie ticket. Oh, how about this? This would be great. You walk into Disneyland and they hand you a ticket to the movie.
mm, oh yeah, you get to see you're invited to the world premiere that we wanted to be invited for Mall Shuttle Lord. You're invited at that.
Ooh.
Yeah,
They
if
do
that
it
ha
at this Tomorrowland theater that used to do the Captain EO.
oh
What's it called? The whole Captain EO show. It's just a
yeah,
Mhm.
huge movie theater that's not utilized for anything, and they show it in there.
no. Yeah, if that happened, I'd burn it all down. I'd be like, F it. Just burn it all down.
Like that
Forget it.
warehouse guy in Canada.
Yeah, just burn it
Oh,
down.
that's so funny. Gosh, I can
But
only
hey,
hope now.
no, I would, you know what? Even though at that point I would probably like OD and die on FOMO, I would still be happy for the people that are there that got to enjoy something like that.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? I'm like, what the heck?
Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
I want Star Wars to do cool stuff like that. I want there to be
Yeah.
surprises and like reward the fans who stood in line and their
Yeah.
feet are on fire. And yeah, that's something. If I ran Lucasfilm, I would do that. I'd be like, hey guys, Mando Grogu cast, crew, step on in. And what the
Yeah.
heck? Shadow Lord, all you guys come in too.
That would be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I know. So I think, okay, I genuinely think there's no way they can do all of it in one day. I think they can't drop celebration tickets and merch on the Disney storefront and the in-park events and all this stuff and the Mando Grogu movie ticket release that day. There's no way. They don't have the infrastructure to do a good merch release drop, let alone do all those things and stuff.
well,
I
well,
think they're definitely going to do celebration tickets on the first. It'll be exactly 1 month, like 11 months before the event is when you can buy your ticket.
that tracks because I know, and in the past we only got like maybe I don't know, a couple days notice before they went on sale. So that could totally be valid to have them go on sale on the first, which would suck because I'm still not going to be in town. I'm actually going to be over. I'll tell you guys later.
Okay. I was like, depending on time zone, you might have an advantage.
I know what he was
I'll
going to
be on,
say.
but I'll be on the West Coast at that time though.
Oh, so you might have an advantage.
I'm going to be in NorCal though, not SoCal.
SoCal.
So
down
you
at
guys know,
Filoni's house.
you guys know what is in NorCal, right?
Oh, yeah.
And that's where I'll be.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Filoni's
At
house.
at the place where they have horses.
It's a ranch.
George's
You're
house.
exact. Yes.
So they're just gonna hand you tickets. So you don't need it. You don't need to go online. They're just gonna give them to you, bro.
He's going to see it in the theater that's there because it already
Yeah.
played
Nice.
there.
Nice.
And we're gonna drink
Man,
a lot of wine and beer.
those vineyards, Skywalker Vineyards,
Yep.
they've got some pretty good wines.
Hmm. And I'm not a wine guy, but I'll drink their wine because it's pretty good.
Yeah, their wines are pretty good.
Yeah.
Man,
Wow.
I'm excited though. There's so like I feel like what 3 months ago, 2 months ago, I was just so sad. There was like no Star Wars, anything like that. And now the floodgates have opened and
Hmm.
my joy is like over the moon and stuff. Like I love that we have concerns that there'll be too much Star Wars in one day,
See
you
that
know?
it's and it's not there, but I would say it's comparable. It's kind of comparable, kind of sort of to the hype that we had like before the Phantom Menace and
Mm,
before the Force Awakens. It's not at that level, not by a long shot, but it feels like that. You know what I'm saying? The feelings are the same.
yeah.
Um, because so much is happening all at once. So everyone has anticipation, and that's not something that you see a lot in Star Wars fans unless something big is coming, like a big movie or whatnot.
Yeah.
So it's happy to feel like that again after some years of the dark times, you know.
Yeah. Knowing what we know about the movie now and everything that's coming out around it, do you guys feel like this is going to be a big movie?
Um, I don't think it's going to be like Skywalker Saga big. I think I was talking to a friend of mine who's a Star Wars fan, big time Star Wars fan, same kind of thing, you know, looking forward to it. And he's thinking, you know what? If I think it's going to be anything, it might be comparable to what Superman did last year, which it didn't make $1 billion, but it was or it was loved by the fans, and it made profit. It made its money back and then some. Yeah, it won't be $1 billion movie, but we and I agree with him. I think it'll be successful. I think it'll be big. I think it'll be big with the fans.
Mm,
I'm hoping so because a lot of what we've been getting from Star Wars social media, they've had like little quick interviews with like John Favreau and Filoni, and they're talking about how they want to make this a cinema event. They want to make it like how it felt for like when we were kids and we went and we saw Star Wars and The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, how it was a big cinema event, and I have faith that they'll deliver. It's just, will the fans be willing to accept what they give us? That's always the big question. So um, I think it'll be big enough for the fans. I don't think it's going to make $1 billion, but I think it'll be successful, and that's what we can hope for, right?
yeah.
I think it's going to make more than the projections that we've seen.
Mhm.
I think like 80 to, what was the projection again? 80 to,
70 to 85.
yeah, I
Mhm.
think it's going to make more than it's Memorial Day weekend. I mean,
Right.
people are going to say, I want to go see Star Wars. It's Memorial Day weekend, and
Right.
the whole family's going to go. This is a 4-quadrant film. I mean, from the very young to the very old can
Mhm.
kind of go. Maybe not super young, but still, it's going to be PG or PG-13. So, I
Does it? Oh, go ahead, David. I'm sorry.
no, I was going to let you go. What are you going to say?
Is there another movie coming out that is competing with it on that weekend that
Um,
you know of? I don't know of any.
I thought The Devil Wears Prada comes out close to it, but I
yeah,
don't
with
think
the
it's the
counter
same weekend.
programming. Yeah, I'm going to look it up here.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's gonna win in the fans' hearts. I don't know if financially it's going to. I think it'll make its money back because they've spent 166 million on it, which is pretty low budget for these types of films. So I
Oh,
definitely think they're
definitely.
gonna make their
Ooh,
money back.
a film
What
that I
is it?
really want to see is coming out also, but I'm not going to put that before Star Wars. So, of course, The Mandalorian Grogu on May 22nd, accompanied by A24 horror film Backrooms,
Mm,
scheduled for May
Mm.
29th, which it's not even on the same days, but that's what Google is saying right here.
Hmm.
yeah, I don't know. I think it's gonna do 300
Total?
weekend, first weekend.
Oh, weekend. Oh, okay.
Total, no way. It's gotta
I
way
was
more
like,
Worldwide,
than
maybe.
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
worldwide. Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
It
Yeah, The
just, I
Devil Wears
think,
Prada 2 comes out May 1st.
Mm.
Mortal
okay. So
Kombat 2 comes out May 8th. Then Mando Grogu May 22nd. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of competition that's going to be brand new. Masters of the Universe comes out June 5th. Disclosure Day June 12th. So yeah, there's nothing else big. It's going to own that weekend for sure.
Nice.
I mean, it'll be a few weeks for Mortal Kombat 2, which isn't going to be too big, I don't think. Michael comes out April 24th. It'll lose
I'm
a
gonna
whole
go
lot of
see that.
steam
That
by
looks
then.
good.
Yeah.
yeah, I want to see that too. Yeah.
I'm seeing it on Wednesday, I think.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
nice.
Yeah.
Jinx.
So yeah, I mean, there ain't a lot of stuff around it. So there's another kind of good omen and good luck charm there for Disney, Lucasfilm. Yeah, I think it's going to make more than what these projections say, because I mean, people are going to want to check it out, and there's going to be the curiosity: is it going to be like the TV show, or is it not going to be like the TV show? Then, if it is good, word of mouth is going to spread and be like, "Hey, you need to get to the theater and see this on the big screen before it's going to be on Disney Plus, and you're not going to enjoy it as much." So, I
Right. I
You
think,
want to
mean,
hear something?
yeah, go for it,
You
Mary.
want to hear something wild that I've been hearing a lot of is people are now canceling their streaming services for cost and life, cost of living, etc. So they'd rather go see something in the movie theater, get the experience of the movie theater, than pay for a streaming service month to month. So a lot of people have like canceled their Disney Plus and are like, okay, I'm gonna renew for certain shows that come out after. So like Shadow Lord comes out. I don't know what other shows are coming out in the near future. A couple more lineup. They do it for a month, cancel it, and then something like Mando Grogu, instead of renewing it for when it comes up on Disney Plus, they just go see it in the theater
hmm
and stuff.
yeah.
So streaming services and the cost of them are actually driving people back into the theaters.
Yeah, no, I have like a few friends that have done that. Not just with stuff that's coming out on Disney Plus, but like overall, like they're just renewing, whether it's Netflix, HBO Max,
Hmm.
Disney Plus, they're just subscribing again when there's a show that they want to see, and they're catching everything in the movie theater. And then when the show is over, they kill it and they'll come back. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's people are doing that.
yeah,
Yeah.
the term is called churning. A lot of people
hmm
do that, of course. I I tried to cancel my Disney Plus a couple months ago, but I'm in the 1 year like purchase, so my purchase went through November.
hmm
So I canceled it, but I still have it till this November.
hmm
And then I wanted to see, I think I wanted to see the Spurs play on ESPN, so I bought the bundle. And my wife was like, "Add Hulu on there too." So I bought the big bundle, and of course, the year plan for Disney Plus, I paid like over $200 for it, no ads. When I bought the
Whoa.
bundle, it gave I bought the bundle with all the ads, and it gave me ads from my Disney Plus account. So
Oh,
I was stuck with ads. So I didn't even watch Wonder Man because there were so many ads during that. I'll probably
mm,
watch it now. But what I did now was, since I don't need ESPN anymore, I changed the bundle from Disney, Hulu, ESPN to Disney, Hulu with no ads for $20 a month, to scale it down from like 40 something or whatever I was paying. Um,
Yeah.
so, and there's a number like posted that I can call and be like, "Hey, I have this weird situation. I want to get rid of like the ads from my Disney Plus because I paid over $200 for it." So I'm kind of I'm not stuck anymore because I changed the bundle and it kicked back into kicking out the ads or whatever. So the first couple episodes of Mall Shadow Lord, when I saw it the first time, it had ads, and I saw it at
Uh,
2 a.m. So, or 2:30 a.m. because I was finishing up the podcast that night. But
geez.
yeah, it's kind of a little bit of a predicament, but yeah, all these streaming companies want to avoid churn, and a lot of people do it.
mhm.
And I mean, there's so many streaming services that you have no choice. It's become like cable now. It's over $100 for all these
Yeah.
streaming services.
I was reading an
Yeah.
article. Sales of DVDs and Blu-rays have gone up.
Yep.
People are like, I'd rather just go buy the DVD and watch that when I want to watch it and flip through my little collection and stuff versus having a streaming service that I'm paying month to month and stuff.
Or what they're doing is they're building home servers, and they're stripping and they're using services like Plex,
Hmm.
or they you could set up your own FTP at home and actually stream it from your own box without having to pay the Plex monthly service or whatever. But they're doing that in lieu of streaming because, yeah, the cost. I mean, it's crazy. Uh, right now, like I when I moved to the house that I live in now, I had satellite, right? So I had like Dish. I cut it. I went straight to streaming, and I was saving, I don't know, almost like $60 from my package that I had with Dish. Not to mention, I got more content. Now, I think it's just with everything that has gone up, and it's mainly Hulu because I have Hulu Live for the local channels. Now it went from like $60 to like maybe $25, and the lucky thing for me is that I get the majority of services like HBO Max, Disney Plus, Peacock, and Paramount Plus because of my cell phones and credit cards. I get them. I get them for
Mm,
free. Uh, Now a lot of them come with ads, but like when I bundled Disney Plus in with my Hulu and ESPN, because I got them with no ads. It did the opposite for me, David. It actually fed no ads into my Disney Plus.
Mm.
So now I don't have no ads in my Disney Plus, whereas before I did because I wasn't really paying for it. It's all screwy, and I'm sorry to say that Disney has the screwiest of them all.
hmm I don't think I've ever logged into my Hulu because I can just go to the Hulu page on my Disney Plus, and I don't feel
Yeah,
like there's much of it. There's no difference there, right?
Yeah.
Or am I wrong on
yeah,
that?
yeah.
No, there isn't.
That happened like what 6 months ago, where you just go to the Hulu tile,
Hmm.
and yeah, every other service like that's offered underneath. It's
hmm
yeah, it's. I mean, they made it more convenient, and that was super logical that they did that. But I mean, there's so many streaming services now. If you want to see everything that everyone's watching, you're gonna pay over $100, and
Yep.
who knows what's gonna happen with Paramount Plus and HBO Max or HBO or whatever it's called now. Um, so yeah, I
Max,
know Mary. Yeah, I know Mary and I are big Game of Thrones fans, so
huge. Hmm
we're kind of like just
I
waiting,
can't wait.
seeing. They still
Knights
advertise
of the Seven
HBO.
Kingdom.
Yeah, they
Knights of
still
the
just
Nine
advertise.
Kingdoms.
Yeah, for sure. Um,
Cannot wait.
yeah,
I miss
and,
egg. I miss egg and dunk. I really do.
yeah, and we'll get more of those seasons since it's a
hmm
lower scale, lower budget. There's no
I,
dragons.
I think
But
they're already filming the next season.
yeah, yeah, for sure. And one of our favorite characters, Daniel Eames, he's in
hmm
Starfighter. He played Lionel Baratheon, and he was a cool character. And
The
I
Laughing
hope
Storm.
he's just as cool. Yeah.
He's a great
Um,
actor. He's done some other things too.
yeah.
He's pretty good
Yeah. And I'm glad you brought up Night of the Seven Kingdoms because I want
because
Star
it's
Wars to do
amazing.
something like that. Like
That's
very
what I
like
think
low
Starfighter
budget.
is.
I think Starfighter's like super high budget. I think they're spending a
Really?
lot of money. Yeah. I mean, Amy Adams, Ryan Gosling, Sean Levy,
They need to
Matt
stop
Smith.
doing that.
commanding. Well,
They really need to stop doing this like big name actors. Like they just so one thing I saw Disney is doing, they posted they're no longer going to be looking towards big name actors for voice acting, that they
Hmm.
want up and coming voice actors and stuff like that. It's like good. Like I'm so tired of hearing the same six voices play 300 different characters,
D.
dude.
Bradley Baker played like a million
Dude.
characters,
Well,
all the
even okay,
clones.
I love Vanessa Marshall. I think she's amazing as Hera. I think she's
Yeah.
amazing as Rookcast. She does a great job, but like she plays three different characters. Or like she plays two characters in three different and like one same character in like two different ways. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. She played Hera, then Hera with a French accent, and then Rook
yeah.
cast. Yeah.
Hmm.
Sam plays a million different characters.
Yeah. Are we gonna
So
get a
it's
scene where
like,
Sam is as Maul, then Sam is Palpatine?
oh gosh. And then he's also some random droid.
And then throw in Star Killer just to make it
Yes.
complete. And yeah,
Oh my,
that'd be amazing.
And
that's
then
the
we get the
film.
the
That's
four-person
the film.
Spider-Man meme pointing at
Yeah,
each
Yeah.
other.
like you're the imposter. You're the imposter. Yeah.
That's gonna be the animation film. It's gonna be, oh man, my mic.
They should. You know what? They should do that and like make it into like a Star Wars detours thing and just make it be funny. Which, by the way, I'm going to reach out. If I find a good contact, I want to reach out and let Dave Filoni know. Give us Star Wars detour. Just put it on Disney Plus. Don't advertise it. Don't do anything. Just put it on Disney Plus so that those of us back in 2012, when we saw like the first episode and we're like, hey, this is stupid, but it's funny. And if we want to see it, we can finally see it. Because that was one of the things that has always upset me when Disney purchased Lucasfilm, that they put that show on ice to never be seen again.
Yeah.
I thought it had a lot of potential to be just something funny. You know what I mean? Give us Star Wars detours. But anyway, back to the Sam Witwer thing. Yeah, if they did something funny like that, I would totally watch it. To have all his characters in the Star Wars universe just kind of be there together and talk to
I'll
each
meet
other.
up.
Yeah.
I feel like if there's going to be an animation film, it's going to be trailing off of Shadow Lord and stuff. It's like going back to that comment of like strike while the iron is hot, right?
hmm
If this project she's saying is might derail season 2 a little bit, is because maybe they have to rewrite a little bit before they can start creating it, because they're going to try to make a film out of it and stuff. And that's where you get the Vader fight. Would you guys be upset if in season 2 you didn't get Vader, but then they announced like there will be an animated film coming out in 2028 with all the things that you're looking for, including Vader?
If Star Wars was at the peak of its powers, maybe we get an animated film. But right now, Star Wars is on the mat trying to get back up here. And I don't think
know.
they're going to drop. And animated films don't make, like grown-up animated films don't make a lot of, like, how much money did Clone Wars make?
Okay, that was a long time ago.
And that was horrible. That movie was horrible.
Not good. Nobody asked
Yes.
for it. But of course, it's the first appearance of Ahsoka Tano and all that. It has that all legacy and everything. But man, that's a gamble. I would feel like, to put out an animated film, because everyone wants live action in the theater. It's like, why are you taking up the slot with this when you can give us live action? Disney
But look
Plus,
how good this show is doing.
Yeah, but how good is it going to do in the theaters though? That's the other thing too.
Yeah, that's the thing. It has. It's a Star Wars film. It has to make money. It has to do well. So you asked, like, would I be disappointed if we didn't see Vader in season 2? Maybe a little, but if the story was tight, it maybe just a little bit. It's kind of like how I felt about in the sequel trilogy not having at least one scene with Luke, Leia, and Han together. Yeah, it was a little disappointing, but if the story was solid, it was fine. And I feel the same with not having Vader or Palpatine or whomever in season 2. I think if it makes sense and the story is tight, yeah, I'd be like, oh, I wish we saw that, but it wouldn't detract it too much. It wouldn't be I'd be all right.
I'd be disappointed. I think I'd be disappointed unless we were going to get a for sure something with him afterwards. Kind of thing. It's like, because I want that gap filled. I want to know why he's so scared of Vader. It can't be reputation alone.
What about this? What if they did say, okay, so we have season 1 finishes. We get season 2. We don't see Vader, but it's teased to come next. And in the next thing is actually live action Maul Shadow Lord with, like you said, Sam Witwer playing. And that brings back Hayden Christensen as Vader.
That'd be great. Yeah, sign me up for that. Live action, yeah.
I think I would be, I would want that too. As I started picturing it, and I was like, yeah, I want
totally,
that.
Right? Yeah.
Dang, that would be amazing, actually.
Lucasfilm,
I'd have to get over it.
At 12:06 on April 12th, 2026, I came up with this idea.
I was actually thinking that too, man.
These are my co. We all came up. No, we all did. We all came up with this idea.
Wait a minute. Didn't I say that at the beginning of the podcast when he had like the markings on his face and like he should be live action Maul?
Yeah, you said he should be live action Maul. Then you also said that Hayden Christensen was seen in negotiation with Disney to come back. But I put it together.
It was already together in my head. I just didn't say it, okay? But yeah, I mean, that would be awesome, because then that would drive the people who only see live action to Disney Plus to watch them all, drive those numbers up. And yeah, it would be like the prologue to the live action film, essentially.
Yeah.
Right.
Dude,
Kind of
wild.
like we have the Maw comic, which is like the prequel to the animated show. It's just the next natural progression to go from the animated show to
And
a
live
live
action.
action Maul Shadow Lord movie, kind of like some people hate this, some fans hate this, some don't, but they call season 1 of Ahsoka just the next season of Rebels, right? Um, it's
It
kind of
is.
it progresses like that, I think it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
But we're
And then,
just
of
fans.
course,
What do we know?
I was going to say, of course, then they're going to say, oh, you don't need to watch anything to watch this live action Maul movie.
Dude.
And then it's like Vader, Palpatine, Maul, and then you have the
Everybody.
2 seasons of Maul Shadow Lord, and then you have Rebels, Clone Wars. It's like,
One
Yeah,
thing,
I wish.
one of my friends. Sorry, go ahead, Chris.
No, I would say I wish they would stop saying that. Like
yeah.
I know Favreau said it, and some other folks have said it in the past for other projects. I wish they would stop saying that, because the truth of the matter is, unless you're watching A New Hope, you got to know something, for it to
Yeah.
make sense. You have to know something. You have to have seen something. You have to understand something. I wish they would stop saying that. Not, I don't think they should say you should watch this and that to get ready for that project. I just want them to stop saying you don't have to know or watch anything about Star Wars to enjoy it, because I don't think that's true. I don't think that's honest. So I wish they would stop saying that.
Yeah, for sure. I have
I think-
I have some friends who only watch live action, and they went from watching live action and watching Maul get cut in half to him showing up at the end of Solo, and they're like, something's missing here and stuff, right? Like that dude died, right? So
It's funny.
if you don't watch the animation, even some of the like outside stories of the live action like will not make sense.
Mm-hmm.
So
And that's when you get people like, who is that? How did he get here? I thought he was dead. Did he survive?
mhm.
And that's annoying. But I know, like, when I go see movies like that with friends of mine, I'm like, hey, that are not super fans, or like your friends who didn't watch the animation things. I say, please hold your questions till after the movie, and I'll be happy to answer.
Exactly.
Kind of like when I do my tech presentations, I'm like, please hold your questions till the end of the session, and I'll be
Yeah.
happy to answer.
Yeah. Gee. Uh,
All right, Mary, what are you talking about next?
Oh my gosh. For everyone
Whoop.
watching, my awkward uncomfortableness right now. I apologize.
You're in charge tonight.
I'm not.
You're
not.
the person tonight. Instead of
No.
I'm being PC. Instead of saying you the man, you're the person. You the person tonight.
You can call me a man. It's all good. Jeez, I don't know what was left on the agenda. Okay, we talked about
Maul Shadow Lord.
Shadow Lord.
And
We
what
talked about Mando
Shadow
Grogu.
Daddy thought of it.
Shadow Daddy's thoughts. We talked about Mando Grogu. We talked about Celebration. It's been 1 year since Celebration. Isn't that wild? All three of us were there.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see Chris at all. I saw David for 5 minutes. I even like called him out and was like, he's an illusion. He's not actually here. No one believed him. But we were
Yeah, you're
all in
hanging out with
Japan 1 year ago.
James. Yeah, James was like doing all kinds of other stuff. Meanwhile, I was like waiting in line at the Celebration store, being a good fan, waiting in line, not cutting, not taking advantage of anything.
Dude, I had the priority thing for the last day for Celebration store.
Yeah, the speed,
And I-
light speed,
The lightning lane, or
The
whatever they
lightning
called
lane
it.
for it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I will get you what you want.
I was like, this line's gonna move way faster than anyone thought, but it took like 8-9 hours. So
I was gonna say, wasn't it your first whole day of the con?
I don't remember. I don't remember. I remember seeing the
The-
line outside. And I was like, "Oh, this is short. I'm gonna get in." And then the line continued for like
Continued.
50 more wrap around the like barricade, and I'm like, if I get out now, I just wasted like 3 hours. I was like, I need to stay. And then I would see all the
Uh,
VIPs walk by, and it's like, ugh.
Yeah,
But this is insane with
I'm so
VIP.
grateful. I'm so grateful that I got to shop the night before because
nice.
I'm not trying to do that line. Uh, yeah, I really, 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 when it comes to the celebration store, I really feel bad for those who troop it out and stay in line the whole time. They don't have one of those priority lightning
Okay.
lane thing. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I would not. I would just say F it. I wouldn't even mess with it if I didn't have that preview night opportunity to go to the store. And I just get all my merch. I don't even. That's it. I get it all, whether I think I want it or not. I just got it all. Um,
Nice.
Eesh,
I'm wearing one of my celebration shirts right now. I'm wearing my SM33 one.
nice,
Mm-hmm. I got
nice.
Smooth.
like the pins, the badge pins.
Yeah, for me, it's like the little like like I got the chopsticks and the fan and stuff like that, but also the shirts, like those two polo button downs that they had,
Yeah,
fire.
gone.
I got those. I was like, yes, that's what I want.
They were
And I got
gone
some,
that first day.
yeah, totally, because I think I wore both of them after the fact. I know I wore one to take the picture with Diego Luna, but people were like, "Oh, did you just get that? I thought they were sold out." I'm like, "Ugh, I actually got them the day before. Sorry, those are just so hot, man."
Uh, Meanwhile, while David was in line for 8 hours, James and I got to go to the Lucasfilm animation and see
Mall
the
shuttle.
trailer for
Yep.
Small Shadow Lord. And I think that was the day I got my poster and everything and did my artist alley, my autographs and stuff, and waited in line for Hayden to not show up.
Mm. So,
Yeah.
Mary, let me ask you a question. Oh, first off, before I ask you this question, did you also make it to the Mandalorian and Grogu panel?
That is the only panel I did not go to.
Okay, because I
Yeah.
was going to ask you because the fans that I've talked to that were at both, uh,
Hmm.
they couldn't give me a definitive answer, and I don't even know. So I wanted to see. I was going to ask between the two panels, the Lucasfilm animation panel and
Yeah.
the Mandalorian Grogu panel, which one had the bigger pop when stuff was shown? And
Um,
I have people saying that, oh, I think it was Mandalorian Grogu. I have people say no, 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 it was Maul Shadow Lord. And then I have people say, you know what, I can't really tell, So I wanted to get your opinion on that if you attended the Mando Grogu panel.
well, I'll tell you this when it comes to the Lucasfilm one, I felt when I was in there and stuff like that, and the best person to ask is James because he did go to both.
Hmm.
But the animation one felt very just like overall excited. There was like
Hmm.
no pressure. No one knew anything that was gonna be announced. So everything was like gonna be like exciting, right? There was no expectations going into it versus the Mando Grogu. Everyone's like, it's a live action movie. What are they gonna do? This is a character they just gave us 3 seasons and half a book of Boba Fett to get excited about. It's already been at that point 3-4 years since we've seen them, and the last season wasn't that great. So, but versus the Lucasfilm animation one is like, we all love the animation. Season 7 of Clone Wars was amazing. Rebels is great. We're now starting to get these animation characters in live action. Tales of the Jedi, Tales of the Empire have all been great, right? So
Hmm.
everyone had really good feelings and didn't have any expectations. Like I walked into that panel thinking like, cool, I'm going to see Dave Filoni, I'm going to see Athena, maybe I'll see a couple of voice actors and stuff. Sam is here, so I'm assuming he'll be a part of this panel and stuff. And they're all just gonna have a conversation about like all the things that they've done. And I was ready for that. I had no expectations of anything getting announced. I think that's also the panel we saw the first episode of Tales of the Underworld,
Right.
and
Yep.
I'm like a huge Dark Disciple fan. Read that book, multiple times and stuff like that. And to see the opening scene is picking up exactly where the book
Right.
ends was a huge moment for me. But I'm
Hmm.
also like I love the books and I love the animations and stuff.
Nice.
So for me, the Lucasfilm, no matter what, was going to be my winner of
Mhm.
excitement kind of thing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So,
That makes sense. I'm sorry. I should have said before that the Mando Grogu panel was actually not just the Mando Grogu. It was what they call the
oh,
Lucasfilm show. It was the Lucasfilm showcase
Yeah.
where, yeah, they had Mando, but they also debuted Starfighter,
Hmm.
which
yeah.
was it had a pop, but it wasn't. It was a decent pop, but it wasn't like huge, right? But then they also had that mock trailer for or teaser for Ahsoka season 2 that mimicked the mock teaser for Empire Strikes Back
I
way
saw
back in
that.
1979. That got a decent pop. Um, but I don't know if I had to if someone put a gun to my head and said, okay, which one? I'd have to say that the animation one, especially with when they announced Maul Shadow Lord, it was probably just a little bit more hype, if
Yeah.
to say anything. But I just wanted to, if you were at both, I wanted to see what you thought. But
Yeah. I remember Sam walking out with the mic and then it was just red all around him
hmm
and stuff. And he did the voice and everything. And I was like, oh man, this is great. This is going to be so good and stuff. And then we got the trailer and I was like, yep, I'm
yeah.
excited. I'm excited. So yeah, I definitely enjoyed that one for sure.
What
Yeah.
what what other things did you guys do you guys remember from Celebration Japan? Like what were some memories that you had from that?
Oh man. I remember meeting David and
See,
and making him give me a pin.
it's crazy is that
Yeah.
it's such a big world, but it's also such a small world that
Oh yeah.
like we between us we probably know like 15 to 20 people that
Yeah.
were all in that area, but we didn't know each other at that time.
I didn't
It's
meet
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah.
Haley was also there.
hmm
Never saw her once.
See, I
And
met
stuff.
I met her on the last day, literally
Yeah.
the last day. Yeah.
Yeah. I knew Haley, didn't get to see her there. Saw David for like a split second. Got to do a couple of panels with James. Um, I still have friends that I've made from Celebration that I talk to on a regular basis now and
hmm
stuff. Some that live in the UK, some that live on the other side of the country, some that like live 30, 40 miles away from me and stuff, like I think that's like the one thing, like the memory that
hmm
stands out the most to me is standing in line with all these different people and stuff and just like talking Star Wars, you know, things that we like, things that we don't like, things that we were hoping for, things that we would do, just the stuff all Star Wars fans talk about, right? So like that stands out to me a lot, especially like I was staying at the Hilton where all the influencers and staff were staying at and stuff. So like going to breakfast and they would all like be at their tables and everything and talking and hanging out and everything like that. And the hype in the hotel itself was really high. Everyone in
Nice.
our hotel was like really excited and stuff like that. Everyone energy was up and everything. And everyone was really nice. So it was a good energy. It was good times. Like, I don't think I met anybody at Celebration that was not kind, you know? So,
Yeah.
like, I think that's the memory that really stands out to me.
So did you ever come and party with us over at the Appa?
No.
Oh, you missed the parties, man. We
Uh,
were having a good old time down that lobby.
oh, no, no, no. Absolutely not. I, my husband went with a couple, like a friend group that we made to like the Roosevelt event in like it was like in a downtown somewhere
hmm
and stuff. And he went to that. I am that person who goes to bed at like 8 p.m. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what country I'm in. 8 o'clock, I'm asleep.
Girl,
So
you can't do that at cons. You gotta live it up. You can't
I
go to bed
do.
at eight
I do.
o'clock.
I live it up at the con.
Oh
I
Lord.
hang out and I talk,
All right, so
and then I go to bed.
I'm not going to be there. Like I said, there's a good chance I won't be there for those first 2 days of Space Con.
Uh-huh.
So that might be out, or the first, yeah, 2 days. But a Rebel Scum Con, we're gonna hang out, and you're gonna stay up past 8 o'clock.
Oh, good luck.
No, there is no luck here.
You
You're
guys are.
hanging out with you're hanging out with Shadow Daddy. We're gonna have a good
Oh
time.
Lord, you guys are gonna have. You're gonna have to like bring a case of Red Bulls for me to be able to like
With
stay up
vodka,
and be able to hang
sure.
out. Sure, I'll
Oh,
do Red Bull and vodka.
you like coffee though, right? We can get you some
Yes.
coffee that will keep you going. There you go.
All right, we'll see. No promises. I make no promises.
You don't have to promise. I'm telling you right now.
Period. I love it.
What about you, David?
Oh,
What were some of your memories from Celebration?
Uh, just going to Asia for the first time was interesting. There was a lot of English signage and a lot of English speaking people. So it really wasn't that difficult, like the whole language barrier thing.
Mhm.
Um, you would just look around and you would see familiar faces that you see all the time online and people on social media. So it wasn't as jarring as I think a lot of people thought that if they would have gone. It's like, oh my gosh, it's Japan. It's something like totally exotic. But I mean, the people were cool. The people were nice. Everyone was helpful. The Japanese people, some of them wanted to practice their English on us, and we obliged.
yeah.
We're like, yeah, we don't want to. I was like, I don't want to speak Japanese. That's fine. That we can get through this. I remember going to, I think it was Outback Steakhouse, and we would point to what we wanted on the English menu, and like, oh, okay, okay. And the food that came back wasn't the food that we pointed to on the English menu, so that was it was close enough. So I mean, we didn't want to give them a hard time or anything, but um, I mean, I flew really, really well. I have very long legs, so flying in coach isn't the greatest. My
uh,
knees usually go into like the metal part
Oh,
of the chairs in front of me. Um, so I flew essentially. It felt like first class to me because I could literally stretch my legs and not even barely touch the wall in front of me. So
what airline did you use?
yeah, I was gonna
um,
ask. Yeah.
it was APA
Okay.
leaving San Francisco, and then coming back was Delta, I think.
Nice. I
Okay.
love Delta.
And yeah, Delta had like the screens and the chairs. You fold them out. I think I watched Rogue One. Um, there's another movie I watched. I can't remember, but I did sleep a
Yeah.
lot. I felt a whole lot more comfortable coming back than going over there.
Mm.
But ironically, I sat next to a woman who's like, "I have family where you live," and I'm like, "Oh my god, we're in San
Yep.
Francisco," and this lady's like, "I got family there," and I'm like, "Oh, I live in a small town." Um, but yeah, seeing the faces, seeing the local Japanese people, how dedicated and into it they were, and Star Wars isn't a big brand over there, as big as it is over here or anywhere else in the world. Seeing their dedication and their fandom and the joy on their faces. And like Mary said, when you go to a celebration, you don't really see anger or
No.
meanness. It's all like a big party, man. Everyone's happy. You
Hmm.
get in the line, the person in front of you, you can have a conversation about Star Wars, the person behind you, you can talk about random Star Wars stuff and they know what you're talking about.
Yep.
It's such a special, unique bubble you end up in
Right.
when you go to celebration. Um, and it's like that was my sixth or fifth celebration, and
Wild.
it's always yeah. Chris has me beat by like double digits. Wait till you hear what he
Nice.
says. But it's it's always a good time, you know. I mean, when I think a lot of like the fandom and like the more like nerdy people out there are kind of like introverts, but when you go out there, you can be an extrovert. You can totally
Hmm.
flip the switch, and no one's gonna be like, "What are you talking about?" Everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, okay," because I saw that show, and then that came out. It's connected to this. I hope they do this next, and you just start meeting people and making friends. Like Mary said, you make friends for a lifetime, this has become a commercial for Celebration here, but
But
um,
don't try to buy tickets on the first. Don't do it.
I mean, it's to me, I call it Christmas morning because
Yeah.
it's just pure joy, you know. I mean, you're just like you're happy, you know.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It's only about Star Wars. That's all it's about for 3 to 4 to 5 days. It's like, am I gonna get to go to this panel? Can I see this panel? Can I go to this maybe premiere? Can I get this auto at this time? And this person showing up that I've never seen before. And that's all it is. And the rest of the world kind of fades away and you're just
Yep.
Star Wars and all of our, like the more we do this, the more friends we're gaining. So I
Oh
think I
Exactly.
yeah.
gained you this year or last year, Chris, as a friend. I gained Mary last year and the years prior when she would listen to the podcast and she
Hmm.
finally said, "Hey, I want to be on the podcast. Scooch over." I'm like, "Okay." So
That's not
Here
what
she is.
happened at all. Not what
She's like,
happened at all.
scoot over, I'm coming.
Yeah, right. I can't
Mary's
even run a
coming.
show.
So
Forget
I
it.
mean, yeah, I mean it's a great thing because you don't meet these people. All these people at Celebration are so spread apart, and we
Yeah.
all
Hmm.
come together, and it's all just kind of like a big family. And you can hear people say things, and you have the option to step into that conversation or just listen and tell your friends what you maybe heard, maybe what a rumor or piece of news or somewhere to go that you didn't know about before and you can share with your I mean it's like that. It's Star Wars Nirvana essentially.
No,
Yeah.
that's a perfect analogy right there. Star
Yeah.
Wars Nirvana. And here's what I could say is that all the celebrations that I've been to, they've all been like that. I mean, at when I first started going, and I know David alluded to this, but I've been to every stateside celebration since the first one.
Cool.
And Japan was my first international one. Uh, so everyone has been like that. And back, in the late 90s, I was completely introverted. There was no way I would put my face and my voice on a podcast at all, right? Um, and I remember one of the memories I had at the first celebration was we were at the bar at the hotel we were staying in, and yeah, there's someone knows what's up with "Come as You Are." That's perfect. Um, I was just minding my business, keeping to myself. And there was a table. I was at the bar. There was a table next to me, and they were talking about, do they think that Darth Sidious is a clone of Palpatine? This is for episode one, right? All these theories were all over the place. And I just kind of looked over and I was like, yeah, I just kind of, it just kind of came out like, you know what? I think it's really him. And they're like, oh, well, come on over, have a seat and let's talk about. And that's how celebrations have been for me ever since. So
Yeah.
you're right. It's like, it's a bubble where a lot of the negativity that surrounds Star Wars fandom, at least for the last couple of years, it's kind of immune there. You have the difference of opinion, but you're not at each other's throats. You just
Yeah.
kind of say, okay, that's cool. We agree to disagree. Let's move on to the next topic that maybe we agree on. And that's why I love Celebration so much is I go because I love the content. I love the content that you have from like the panels. I like the announcements of the new stuff that's coming and the sneak peeks and whatnot. But really I love it because I'm around my people. And it's one
Yeah.
of the only times that I can be around my people.
Yeah. One of my closest Star Wars friends, like outside of the podcast and stuff, is someone I met at Celebration. And she's like just the sweetest person ever.
Mhm.
She had stickers made for Celebration, and it's of um the owl from the Mortis God arc, the one that
Mhm.
follows the daughter, then starts Morai and starts following Ahsoka around.
Ahsoka, yep, yep.
Hmm. So she had a sticker of that, and like on my shoulder, I have a Mortis God themed tattoo of like the daughter is Ahsoka, the father is half Anakin, half Vader, and then the son is Starkiller. And she just saw it, and she was just like, "Hey, I noticed you're really into that, so I have these stickers. Did you want one?" And I was like, "Oh my god, yes, thank you. That is so nice of you," and stuff. And then we just started talking about that arc, and we stood there like just hanging out in the middle of the floor and stuff, not in line for anything, not headed anywhere. And we were just having this whole conversation. She lives in London and stuff. She's like, here's my number, talk to me on WhatsApp, blah, blah, blah. We can go to Disneyland. I'm staying at this hotel, blah, 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 all this stuff. Ended up hanging out with her, everything. The nicest person in
Awesome.
the entire world. Until this day, like, she watches the podcast and everything, and she'll like message me the next day. She's like, you did so good and everything. And I'm like, oh my God, thank you.
That's awesome. See, and
Yeah.
that's what celebration is all about. You making
Yeah.
new friends and coming together with friends that you made that maybe you communicate with online and you've seen them once in a while. You get to come back. That's the great thing about it, and that's why I love it so much. And that's why it's always a priority for me to go. If I
Yeah.
have the means and I'm in good health, I am going to go to as many celebrations as I can from now to the day I stop breathing. So. Uh,
Nice.
One thing I could say, and you talked about the stickers. That's
Oh
one
yeah.
thing that I did this celebration that I hadn't done in the past. I Some of my friends that I've met, not just a celebration, but at other Star Wars things, whether it's a Star Wars night or Galaxy's Edge opening or the Galactic Star Cruiser, um, they're all really into swag, right?
Hmm.
And so for the first time this celebration, I actually had swag to give out, and
Nice.
I had a poker chip with
Oh,
my
nice.
Star Cruiser character in a cartoon form on one end. Yep, swag, and that's a great way to meet new people.
Yeah.
And I we talked about the hospitality and how nice the Japanese people were.
Oh yeah.
Whenever I would give that chip to folks, the Japanese people that were there at celebration, they were like, so it's like I gave them like a piece of my soul. They were so grateful when I gave them that chip. It was just so heartwarming. So definitely, if you want to get into make it maybe have it be like an icebreaker to meet new
Yeah.
folks, definitely try to have some swag, whether it's stickers or like people were giving away like little 3D printed porgs
I
as
saw
swag.
that.
Yeah, just get something that you can give away that represents yourself, that they so, and that's the great way to have like an icebreaker to meet new people.
Oh yeah, and it just like makes people so happy and stuff. I
Yes.
remember like she handed me that sticker and I was all like, "Oh my God, this is so nice. Thank you so much." And I was like, I and it inspired me for sure. Like I have like I we say it on the podcast. I always have like buttons and stickers if I go to the parks, everything like that. You see me, I always have stuff like that because it's something small, but it makes people so happy.
Yeah, it does. They're
Yeah.
so appreciative when especially like you say, hey, you want this, and then a lot of times you trade. I
Yeah.
probably 80% of the time when I said, hey, you want this, they, oh well, let me give you my thing, and we
Yeah.
traded, and then we just start talking, and then guess what? You have a new
New
friend,
friends.
new friends.
Good old Star Wars community. I love it.
Yes, I
Yeah, we
love
were
them.
talking about fidgets earlier. Somebody in
Oh,
London
yeah.
gave me a 3D printed mud horn insignia, and that's what I
Nice.
fidgeted with for like 2 years until I had to
Mm.
like move my office to another room in my house, and I don't know exactly where it's at now. I think it's like in a
Oh
trailer right
no.
behind me, but
Man.
yeah,
I
I mean,
fidget with
I look
pins.
at
This is my
that.
fidget pin today.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I look at the stuff that people gave me that like they put time into, and it's like, man, there is someone else out there thinking about Star Wars and being like a huge fan just like me. And they
Hmm.
made the trip from who knows where to go to London or Japan or Chicago to Orlando to Anaheim to LA. I mean, yeah, like Chris said, I'm going till the wheels fall off or I'm no longer breathing. So,
Hmm.
yeah, hopefully I still have the money to go to all of these celebrations and see everyone there. But yeah, with your support, no, I'm just kidding. I've used
Too
my own money
funny.
and it's worked out. So I have a side job that pays for all of it. So it's worth it, man. When you go there, it's not like you're in your own body anymore. It's such a great experience, and you meet new people, and it's
Definitely.
it's just fun. It's just pure fun.
Yeah.
You-
Can't wait for tickets to go on sale. And then we can all be excited together and get tickets and get excited together to pick panels and lightning lanes and everything in autos, like even in right even for SpaceCon in our group chat, like we'll all like chime in like, oh, did you get this autograph, are you gonna see this person, what day you're gonna do that and stuff. Cons in general, dude, like they really just bring the community and get the community so excited. So
Definitely.
kudos to all these people who like take the time to run these things because it's not easy.
No, it's not. And I always say, I know a lot of folks who have been to several celebrations, especially in the last 10 years. They're run by Reed Pop, and a lot of times the majority of the staff that they have running the show, that's their first time doing something like that. And a lot of folks say, "Oh, celebration is horribly organized," and blah blah. And the first day, it's true because they are new. The people at the top are the same. Everyone else is brand new to that con, and they just don't understand. And it's expected and sad at the same time is by the last day, that's when everything is running smoothly because they know what to do now. But that first day, please expect a lot of hiccups for those first time celebration people. If they go to Los Angeles next April, give them a little bit of grace and
Yeah.
just keep in mind that sometimes because they don't know what they're doing, it could work in your favor. Maybe you can get into something you're not supposed to get into because they don't know, or maybe they forget to charge you for $2,000 of merch that you have a
Oh
receipt
Get
for,
out
my
and
of
you
my
walk
mind,
out.
Chris.
gosh. Oh my goodness. That's
And the reason
bad.
and the reason why I said that is because that happened to me.
That's bad.
It happened to me twice. When
Dang.
I was in Chicago, okay, remember they had that preview night for the VIPs the night before, and I went and their POS systems were down, and it took them 5 hours to get it up. And so I had all my merch together, but I waited in that queue to check out for 5 hours. Okay.
Mm.
Uh,
I didn't even get it. Because we were also had an opportunity to go out to the exhibitor floor and like potentially get some exclusives before the con even started. Didn't get to do that. Waited in line for 5 hours. I had about $2,100 worth of merch, scanned everything. I got a receipt. I walked away, and about an hour later, I was like, you know what? I didn't get a notification that I had a big charge on my credit card. I wonder what happened. I was tired. I was upset. I was frustrated. I went and got some dinner. I went to bed because I knew I had to get up early the next day. The next day I check, no charge. The next day I check, no charge. The next day I check, no charge. I didn't get
Dang.
charged at all. And I walked out with $2,100 worth of merch.
You got your money's worth for that VIP ticket for
Definitely.
sure.
And it happened
Mm.
in Japan, not to that extent. In Japan, I had about maybe $1,200, but I was only charged $200.
Oh, they didn't type in the conversion right.
Maybe not. And so, yeah, I got away with it there. But the kid that was checking me out was so nervous. His hands were shaking, and he must have inputted something in wrong. Um,
Yeah.
God,
but
just thinking
yeah,
big scary American. He's mad.
check me out. But to the conversion thing almost bit me in the ass. It almost bit me in the butt before celebration because I had, they did the whole, you can do your photo op like before with Epic and
Yeah.
whatnot. Well, I got the horrible Diego Luna photo that I got. Okay, uh, it was 24,000 yen, but when I put my card down, they charged me $24,000.
Whoa.
No.
They did that to a lot of people. And a lot of folks were like, my card's not going through, my card's not going through. And it was because Epic was charging in the number amount with dollars.
Ooh.
And I was one of the unlucky ones that had a credit card limit that would support it. So it went through as
Mhm.
$24,000. but they ended up fixing it. They refunded me completely, but my ticket was still good, so I ended up getting that Diego Luna photo for free.
Hmm.
Dang.
I would think they should give it to you for free if they charge you 24 grand
Yep,
and
24
yeah, and had
grand.
it on your card like that. That's crazy.
Mm.
I
Yep.
had so I had credit card experiences too, but see, I went to my credit union and I said, "Hey, look, I'm going to be in Japan these dates. If you see multiple charges, I don't care how much money, don't decline it, please." And they're like, "Oh no, you don't have to worry about that, sir. We don't do that anymore. And you could be anywhere in the world in charge, and we're not gonna like freeze your card or anything." I'm like, "Okay." First purchase, they freeze my card, and I have to call them and be
Oh,
like, "Hey, look, I'm in Japan. I'm gonna buy food. I'm gonna buy merchandise. Don't freeze it." Same thing with the Apple card. I told them I will be in Japan. Do not freeze my card. I go to the hot toy store, buy two hot toys. Of course, that's over like $500, and they're like, "Nope, it didn't go through." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh!" And then there's a line of people behind me, and then like an American came up, I guess one of the managers, and they're like, "Did your charge didn't go through probably because you went over their like foreign limit or whatever." And they're like, "Call the company. We'll keep you here in line. Call them back. Say, hey, look, you're making the purchase. It is you. Confirm it's you. It should go through." And it worked. It did go through, but I had to hold up like
yeah.
so many people in line. I mean, there was like 25 registers, and one out of the 25, I was just like there for like 30 minutes trying to call them. And I was like, I even wonder if they're
Stop.
even open, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, that was a little nightmarish.
Yep.
Ugh.
My credit union flat out said, we don't care if you tell us, we're gonna flag it. So I had to put, and the reason why that pissed me off is because that card has the best interest rate, right?
Yeah.
Looking at stuff like that. Even though I like to pay that stuff off just in case I let something float, I want to have the best interest rate. But like my other credit cards that weren't with my credit union, I told them, hey, don't mess with it. I'm going to be there. They didn't give me any problems.
Mm.
But yeah, the moment I went to I bought some food at the hotel I was staying at when we were doing Tokyo Disneyland and Disney Sea, and it was like, it all amounted to maybe like $10. I paid with my bank card and it got flagged, and I had to go on the app to clear it. It was, yeah, credit unions don't play. I've learned that, yeah, they don't play. They flat out told me, we don't care what you tell us, we're gonna flag it. And I was like, well, thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I use a travel credit card specifically for travel and stuff like that. It's the Capital One Venture. That one,
Hmm.
dude, that is the best card I've ever had and stuff. I have gotten so many free flights and hotels through points and everything on there. It is so, so worth it. So if anyone is ever looking to travel or anything like that and you want a card and you plan to travel a lot, highly recommend.
Don't they have, it's like a venture, like venture like one or something like
Venture
that? Like,
One.
yeah.
There's a few different levels. Like the one I have is like specifically for travel. So you get
Hmm.
like a $300 travel credit right off the bat when you open it and stuff. And then like everywhere you go is like 10 times the points, 20 times the points. They also have like a specific website that you can go on and book hotels, flights, car rentals, experiences, and stuff like using your points. Or you can, let's say you like buy a flight off of Expedia, you can use your points towards to paying that off as well through your
Nice.
Capital One. So you can like redeem your points for other outside of Capital One travels too.
Yeah, I need to get another travel credit card because I have the one, I have the Amex, but
Mm,
I want to get something to kind of complement that because the Amex only goes so far. So I want to get something else to complement that.
highly recommend Capital One Venture. Yeah.
So when speaking of celebration, I think Mary, you gave us a prediction of when celebration tickets will go on sale. You said May the
April
1st.
1st. May the 1st,
April,
yes.
May the 1st. I
No,
was like, April 1st.
April's already gone.
Are we going back in time?
No, no,
What about
May 1st.
what about you, David? When do you think celebration tickets will go on sale?
Um,
And I know we already kind of talked about it offline before this, but
I
when do
was
you
gonna
think?
say that I did speak with someone, and they told me very, very soon, and I took that as April timeframe. But I don't know. Maybe it's gonna be in May now. There's some people out there that were like, "Bro, it's gonna be in May," and I'm like, "How do you know?" And they didn't want to tell me, so I don't know. I am just here on my phone, just patiently waiting. So I have no clue.
Yeah, I think I don't think it's going to be the weekend of or the weekend before May the 4th. I think it'll be sometime later in May probably. So
Okay.
that's just
I don't
my
know.
guess. Um,
But and I get it. It's like a year away. Even if they
mhm,
did it in May, it's like what's it called? 11 months away and
mhm.
stuff. But people need to travel. Like celebration's a pretty big one, like where people will come from all over the world. Like I would
And
not be surprised if people from Japan came out
oh
or the
no,
Australia and the UK. And they need that
it's
time to plan.
it's the 50th. It's the 50th anniversary of
Yeah.
Star Wars. It's going to be huge. Yeah, definitely.
Every
Everyone
living
should be
Star Wars person is gonna be there.
who
It's gonna be the
who can
mecca
make
of
it.
Star Wars.
Yeah, it
Mm.
is. It is. It's going to be crazy. Um, so yeah, expect it to be potentially the largest Star Wars celebration ever.
Dude, I don't know if LA can handle that. The LA Convention Center is big. They'll have to like bleed into the local arena next to it. I can't remember if it's
Crypto.com,
crypto. Yeah.
Yep.
They'll have to
formerly the
use that
Staples
as like
Center.
a main stage.
Yeah, I think they were going to use uh what's that? There's a arena next to the JW Marriott. Um, I don't
Staples?
remember. Well, it's not Staples anymore, right? Anything like Crypto.com now?
Yeah,
Oh
that's where
yeah.
the Lakers play.
Yeah, there was. It's not that one. Is it what they it used to
The
be, the Nokia
Adobe?
Theater? Maybe, but they're not going to be able to use it because it's going to be under renovation for the Olympics.
Mm.
So,
So the first thing I said when David was like, "Oh, it's going to be in LA," I said, "This is a test run for the Olympics."
yep.
For sure, because they have been ever since the Olympics were announced to be happening in LA, they have been renovating the train systems, the metro line, the infrastructure and the freeways. They're like renovating all the hotels in downtown LA and stuff. They're renovating the LA Convention Center and stuff and everything around it.
Right.
So
So
it
yeah,
is for sure a test run.
it is a test run, and but they're just some venues are going to be going through construction. Um, so I what I was hearing is whatever that other venue was for was going to be like for the big pan, like essentially the celebration stage.
Yeah, yeah, the main
But
one.
now it's not because it's going to be under construction. So we'll
You've
see.
attended D23 before, right?
Yes.
Did you attend it when they were doing the shuttles to the Honda Center?
No, this is going to be my first one. This one
Okay.
coming year. Yep. Where they actually
So,
utilize the Honda Center. Yep.
and it worked out so well and stuff like that. Like you could take a shuttle, you could drive over, etc., all those things. I would not be surprised if they did the same thing for celebration with like
Hmm.
another local because there's theaters and arenas all over. There's crypto, there's Nokia, there's Dolby, and then there's more local theaters surrounding it. The El Capitan is not far,
Hmm.
the Hollywood Palladium, not far, the Grommet, not far, and stuff. They could very easily shuttle people to these different locations for different things. So it's like they could very easily use like crypto as the celebration stage and even like an exhibitor section and stuff like that. And then utilize more of the LA convention halls and stuff for panels and stuff, you know? So there's a lot of options in LA for space and
Hmm.
like transportations between it. I wouldn't say anything's like walkable, but it's definitely you can definitely shuttle people,
I see.
especially if they close down the streets during convention hours surrounding like the route, like specific routes. which they have done in the past for events and stuff. So like if they had a direct path to the Hollywood Palladium and stuff as another stage kind of thing or specific event where you can see John Williams play, right? Everyone
Hmm.
thinks that's what's going to happen, that John Williams is going to go conduct and everything. Hollywood Palladium is a perfect setting for that and stuff. So if you're lucky enough to get into that.
Is that what used to be the Nokia Center, the
No, no,
Palladium? Okay.
no. The Hollywood Palladium has always been the Palladium since I think it's an old, they do a lot of concerts there now.
Okay.
Yeah. Really cool
Yeah.
venue.
So I was the last time I was in that area was actually in shoot, it'll be 20 years ago next year when they had
Dang.
Celebration 4 at the Los Angeles Convention Center. None of that stuff was there. It was
Mm,
just the convention center. Uh, there were no hotels around. You had to really come in from a hotel out in the outskirts. Uh, so yeah, it was when they said it was going to be there again, I was like, ugh. But then
yeah.
I remember, hey, they have that whole strip now there by the
Yeah.
convention center. I know they have more hotels, and then actually looking into it, I was like, actually, it might, it's not going to be a bad spot to have it.
It
Um,
won't. I recommend either you stay on a hotel on the same street, like within a 1 mile radius surrounding the convention center, or do
mhm.
not stay in Hollywood or LA. Like stay in Pasadena, Glendale, um, even like on the other side of it in what's on the other side of West Hollywood. I think it's like Sunland, all those areas.
I'm from
Do not stay
Texas.
there.
I have no clue. So I'm so happy that we have someone from SoCal that can actually lead us because I have no idea. Completely ignorant to this part of California. Well, I'm ignorant to all parts of California. I'm from Texas, so I have no idea. But I'm so happy you're
Yeah.
here, Mary, so that you could give me the insight because I have no idea.
Yeah, when you're ready to book your hotel, let me know, and I'll be like, "No, don't stay there. Don't do it."
I already have a hotel.
Oh, period. Okay, just kidding. You're
Mhm.
fine.
Yeah.
You don't need
Um,
me.
I booked the E Central.
Okay, and that's in Hollywood. I think that's
Yeah,
like right down the
that's
street.
yeah, it's right down the street, but
Yeah,
that's my trash hotel. I'm hoping to get a hotel. Yeah. That's my
I'd
trash hotel.
say.
I'm hoping to get a hotel in the hotel block when they release it eventually.
Mm,
And
gotcha.
that's when like the Moxie, the AC, the
The
JW
Moxie is
Marriott.
really nice.
Yeah, I heard the Moxie is really, but they have like a nightclub at the hotel that
Hmm.
supposedly is very loud. And if you want to go to sleep at 8 o'clock, that hotel is not going to work for you.
See, I don't need a hotel.
Oh,
I'm
that's
gonna
right.
stay right here in this house.
Yeah, there you go. So hey, party at Mary's. That's where we're
No,
gonna all be. We'll party at Mary's, and then
absolutely not.
you have to stay up past 8 o'clock.
Nah,
I
my dog will stand at the door and bark at all of you until you leave.
I
He's
did
gonna be
book a
like, "Get out."
reservation. I did book a reservation at Mary's place.
You
I
gotta
also
get
have a
past
reservation at
you
James's
gotta get
place.
past the dog. Yeah, there you go. You guys
I
can
don't
have a
know
party
which
at
one.
James's house.
I don't know which one's my trash hotel, but I might get another hotel
That's
just in case.
So
hilarious.
completely off topic, nothing to do with celebration at all. So
Oh,
David,
we don't do that here, Shadow Daddy. I'm sorry, you can't talk about it. No, I'm just kidding.
no,
Stop the
no, no, because
podcast.
this what I'm going to talk about will have Lucasfilm Star Wars ties, right?
Ah, okay. Then you're
San
fine.
Diego Comic Con, you're going, David, right? San Diego Comic Con.
Most likely, yes.
Most likely. Mary, are you going to San Diego Comic Con?
If I do not get into the actual convention, I will still be in the area.
Okay. Because they released the list of hotels that will be in their block. They and the
Oh,
prices, but they haven't released the block yet.
oh, okay. I know. I like to stay on the water there. I think it's like the Hilton that's right there.
Mhm.
That's
And
right
that's in the
across the street
block.
from.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. I feel like that one, the JW Marriott, probably a little bit in the gas lamp is going to probably be in it, like the Hard Rock.
See, I have no idea. again, completely
I can
ignorant
help
to
you with that one too.
California. Thank
I
I
can
you.
want to
help you
stay
with
in
that
that
one too.
Omni that's like right there.
Oh, the Omni is
Yeah,
nice.
see,
Yeah.
yeah, everyone says the Omni is nice. My top two are that were on the block are the Hard Rock because it's right there, and then the Embassy Suites. It's a little bit further, but it's a little bit cheaper for a little bit bigger room, so that's why the
Yeah.
Embassy Suites are up there. But
The Hard Rock is nice. It also has a very loud floor level club.
Yeah.
It's also a really, really old hotel. I
mhm,
stayed there for my cousin's bachelorette 15 years ago, and it was old then. And I
really,
don't think they've done renovations. Yeah. So
because
like I
what
would take a look at its website first.
I will. It's just like I said, I haven't booked anything yet.
Yeah.
The block hasn't opened, but uh, uh, San Diego Comic Con experts or people that have been multiple times say that a lot of celebrities stay there. So you
Oh
have a
yeah.
lot of celebrity
Yeah.
sightings there. So if you're looking for that, that's kind of where you want to stay. And I'm like, well,
Yeah.
what the hell, you know? But if I don't, if I can get the Embassy Suites to get more room, I'll take that. But um,
You want me to do a
yeah,
quick list of celebrities I've seen there? I
Which
can.
hand? Which
All
hand
right.
was it?
So what?
Which hand? High
Oh,
five Robert Downey Jr.
no, I didn't. No, I didn't see Robert Downey at a hotel. I saw him on
Oh,
Hawaii, but I did see Kevin Feige there. I saw the Russo brothers. I saw the guy that plays Homelander. What's his name?
oh,
Anthony something.
Anthony
Anthony
something,
Starr.
yeah.
I saw the Deep there. Essentially, the whole cast of the boys. Mark Bernardin, um, Bobby Lee, the comedian, uh,
He's
Keith
so funny.
Keith David. Um, who else did we see there? The writer, and I actually talked to this guy on the floor. The showrunner of the first season of um, the House of the Dragon, right?
Hmm.
Ooh,
That's what it's called, right? Um, but yeah, there's a
coming
lot.
out in June.
There's a lot of celebrities just kind of crawling, like just like walking around freely. Um, so yeah, it's the Omni and the Hard Rock. Those are the two big
Hmm.
ones. And if you stay there, you're gonna see somebody. It's almost like a guarantee, just in
Nice.
passing.
Yeah, it just depends on what I get because this year they're not doing the you pick your top five or top 10 and then you get slotted based on what's available and what your choice is. Now it's first come, first serve. So like the
Mm,
Celebration Hotel block will be. So a lot of uh, San Diego Comic Con regulars are kind of dreading it too because it's going to be a first for them because they're used to giving them their picks and then they wait a day or so to see what they got. Um,
mm.
but yeah, now it's going to be a free for all. So
Good
supposedly
luck.
that's yeah, so that's supposed to happen the next couple of weeks. So I'm dreading it. I have anxiety for everything now. I have anxiety for getting a good hotel for San Diego Comic Con, to when the tickets go on sale for Celebration, for when the tickets go on sale for Mandalorian and Grogu, for when the hotel block goes up for Celebration. I'm just like,
Good.
Mm.
It's a lot. It's a
it is a
lot,
lot. It's a lot.
but it's also so exciting.
It's exciting, yeah.
I'd rather this than a drought.
I'd rather
Yeah.
this than have to watch just, hey, there's nothing going on in life and watch the news and just get depressed.
Yeah, for sure. For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
So, on another topic, actually, is something that we were supposed to talk about is the changes coming to Disneyland and Galaxy's Edge.
Yep.
Mhm.
I was
That's a
actually
couple
that
weeks
that
away.
that just entered my head. I don't know why. Um, so you guys before when I was just a lurker in the podcast, you guys brought it up before,
Yeah.
and I think we got one person's opinion, but I didn't hear from you two on what you guys think of the change coming to Galaxy's Edge.
I'm excited for it. I think like as someone who goes to the parks on a really regular basis, like I was there for Galaxy Edge opening. I did the whole thing where I had to do like
The
log
reservation.
in, yeah, reservation. And then if you made a reservation at the hotel, you got another day as well. So we did that, like, and we set it up for it to be day to day, like day after day and stuff. So we were there for Galaxy's Edge opening. We were there for all of it, and we did Savi's, we did it, we went to Oga's, and we were excited. It's been years now, and nothing has changed and stuff. Do I still enjoy Rise of the Resistance? Yes. And Millennium Falcon Smuggler Run, yes. Like walking through, going to all the places, I enjoy it. But there's also days I'll go to the park and I won't even touch Galaxy's Edge because it's
Hmm.
still the same. So like there being a change is so welcomed,
Hmm.
you know, even if it's just to like break up the continuity and stuff. So now I'm like excited to go run into Leia and Han. I'm
Hmm.
excited to, see Luke and R2D2 kind of roaming around and stuff like that, and seeing Vader on the stage kind of thing. So I'm super excited for it. Was it something like I needed? Maybe. Was it something I asked for? Not really. I was be happy regardless that the fact that there even is like a Galaxy's Edge for me to like go get a like Star Wars fix, see the new saber that came out at Doc Onders, etc., things like that. Um, so I'm excited for it. I think there's like no way for them to mess this up,
Yeah.
you
I
know?
don't. Yeah. We're on the same wavelength because what you just said is exactly how I feel. It's
Hmm.
not. I wasn't unhappy. And keep in mind, I haven't been as many times as you. I've probably been between East and West Coast maybe 25 times or something like that. I
Yeah.
haven't been as like you have the option to go whatever you want, right?
Yeah.
Uh, but for me, it is nice that it's going to change because it is the same all the time. I'm, like you, I'm excited to ride both Smugglers and Rise every time I go. Every time I've gone to Disneyland or Disney World, I have to make a stop there, and I'm glad it's going to be a little bit different, at least for the West Coast
Yeah.
Galaxy's Edge. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel bad for East Coast, like, but I also feel like I know this for a fact. It has a lot to do with like contracts and like the
Hmm.
states and what's allowed in each state and stuff like that, and what's allowed in each parks. Because the parks, even though the two U.S. side parks are both owned by Disney, they do not operate under the same laws and rules,
Right.
and they cannot compete with each other in certain things. So like that's why Walt Disney World has specific stuff that Disneyland doesn't have. And there's certain things Disneyland does have that Walt Disney World doesn't, kind of thing. So it's a healthy way to run a business to create to avoid creating competition with yourself,
Hmm.
kind of
Right.
thing.
So I'm gonna run this. I heard this little rumor here, and I want to see if it sounds like you have insight to it because like you said, the laws are different between California and Florida, and that's
Yeah.
obvious. But I heard the rumor that I heard was that I don't want to say Josh tomorrow, but
Uh,
I don't want to say Josh tomorrow, but I do want to say Josh tomorrow. Josh tomorrow. The rumor that I heard is that Josh tomorrow wants both the East Coast Galaxy's Edge and the West to be different
yes.
because it's essentially this with the exception of a couple of color schemes being different, it's essentially the same. And I heard that while he was happy with the initial you know uh, uh, run, I guess you could say, of Galaxy's Edge being the same on both coasts, was that he really wanted it to be different. Kind of like how, you have Space Mountain
Hmm.
at Disneyland, and then you have Space Mountain in Magic Kingdom, and
Yeah.
they're they're the same but different. You know what I mean? Uh,
Yes.
so, did you hear anything like, or do you put any like anything behind that rumor?
I think like even as they were building the parks, they wanted it to be different. But what they kept getting a lot of feedback was, when are we going to get that ride? We
Hmm.
want that here too. And they're like, are you sure? And stuff like that. And they're like, yeah, yeah, we want our own, big splash mountain, et cetera, and stuff like that. And then that's what the Imagineers end up finding out, is that people don't want different things. They wanted the same thing. now that culture has like shifted and changed. Also, one thing like Disney does, and Josh Tomorrow takes into a lot of consideration. So, like, my understanding is like he wants it to be different because he thinks that's what the park goers are looking for. And then he's trying to cater to the fans that live in California versus the fans that live in Florida. He also is trying to cater to come to Florida to get a different experience, come to California to get a different experience, right? It's that healthy business mindset of like, if you go to this and it's just a little bit different, like I go to Florida, I've been to Florida a few times. I want to go back to Florida simply just to ride Tron because I don't have
Mhm.
that here, right?
Right.
That's just healthy business. So he, yes, wants them to be different for that reason. He also wants it to be different because Disney Parks does a really good job of doing surveys all the time. If you
Right.
walk into that park, you are going to get a survey email and a survey text message, and then you're going to get another email if you didn't do it to remind you
Right.
to do it and stuff like that, you know? And what the and he genuinely looks at those and takes those into consideration because he goes, they're giving me the answer. Why would I not use that if I can, if it makes sense financially, right? If you
Mhm.
ask for Mark Hamill to be at the park every day, guess what? That's not going to happen. But if you want Luke Skywalker there, we can make that happen based off of X, Y, and Z. So, what he got a lot of is in California, we want this and we want this and this and this. And we're sick and tired of going to Galaxy's Edge. Like, one of the questions I think is, what areas in the park did you visit? And if you didn't click like Galaxy's Edge, it says you did not visit this area. Can you tell us more why? Oh, it's repetitive. I'm so sick and tired of like the same thing, blah, blah, blah. The this and this is the same, X, Y, and Z, right? So I'd rather go spend my time doing this instead because they have new merchandise on this side, or they changed Star Tours to include more relevant X, Y, and Z kind of thing.
Mhm.
So he takes that into consideration as he was doing all the park themed things. Because before he was CEO, this is what his job was merchandise and park experiences.
Mhm.
So he lived and breathed by these surveys. He also went to the international parks that are not owned by Disney. And it's like, hey, you're super successful in this. Why? Oh, well,
Mhm.
this is how we market it. Or this is where the culture is leading. So like we get a lot of Japanese stuff now, like blind boxes, keychain plushes, all those things are huge and stuff. And he started bringing that very much like that Japanese style and shirts and things like that, and trinkets and everything like that here. And people got really excited for it. So he just like really pushed into that part of it because he's at the end of the day for him, it's like customer satisfaction and profits gained.
Right. Awesome.
Yeah. Don't tell me,
Okay.
don't ask me how I know.
I won't. I won't.
Secrets. Secrets.
Secrets. Who's Mark Daniel? Yeah, the Mark Daniel
Yeah.
does his. He goes secrets.
Secrets.
Um, a quick story about Josh Tomorrow. I actually got to shake his hand real quick because I was actually in Galaxy's Edge when the day they debuted Rise of the Resistance,
Oh,
and
nice.
he was greeting everyone that wrote it and asking us how it was, and I
Oh,
was
yeah.
like, I loved it. I was like, when I first wrote it, that nothing will ever beat that feeling because I was almost in tears. I loved it so much. And I was just like, yeah, I loved it. And I shook his hand. I said, I loved it. And I walked away.
He's so
Yeah.
nice and stuff. He is definitely so my husband makes fun of me all the time. So Josh will just walk the park and stuff like that. And I am me. And I saw him walking one day and I was like, hey Josh. And then he stopped and stuff. And he's like, hey, how are you? And I'm like, I'm good. How are you? And he's like, I'm doing great. I hope you have such a great day. And like shook my hand and stuff like that and like patted my shoulder. And then I walked away going like, oh my God. And my husband out till this day goes, hey Josh, every time we're like in the park to like tease me about it and stuff. But he is like Josh is that really nice guy. Like he will stop and he will talk to anybody who like says his name, everything like that. And like when during COVID and they had to shut down the parks, he went and talked to every single cast member. He like made phone calls, emails, things like that, and stuff like that to like check in on people and like took a really big initiative with those pieces and stuff. So like he's not a bad dude, but he's running a business, and you
Yep.
got to run a business to keep that business alive so people
Yep.
can have jobs and all those other things. Like right now in the news, they're about to lay off 1,000 people in like certain departments, not
Mm.
inside the parks, but like in certain departments and stuff like that because they just don't have the money to keep doing it.
Yeah, it's
So
hard that it's always like they say you have to spend money that you don't have. It's the cost of doing
yeah.
business, but letting people go to keep the business alive is a part of doing business, and that's what's really hard to be in a position that he's in.
Yeah, it is. I mean, there's definitely, I mean, I'm not saying like there's not things that they can do to save these people's jobs. There is and stuff
Of
like
course
that.
there
But
is,
there's
yeah.
also contracts and laws, and sometimes your hands are tied and sometimes they're not. And you got to make hard decisions. And I do not envy him at all.
Mm-mm.
It's not easy to do.
So
So,
David, what do you think of the changes about what's coming down with Galaxy's Edge on the West Coast?
They should have done this at the day one. It was such a boneheaded marketing fiasco, I think, with Galaxy's Edge. They bought Star Wars. You have the tried and true brand, the tried and true characters, and they went with something brand new. I mean, they took the gamble rather than taking the sure thing. And what did everybody call that place before it opened? Everyone was
Star
like,
Wars
"Oh,
land.
man,
Star
I'm gonna
Wars
go to
land, yep.
Star Wars Land, and Star Wars Land's gonna be so cool. Me, Grandma, and Grandpa are gonna go. We're gonna have fun at Star Wars Land. We're gonna see Han, Chewie, Luke, Leia, C-3PO. We're gonna fight on. We're gonna go into the trench in the X-wings, and they didn't do any of that. And today, where we're at, they're rolling back to what they should have done initially, is have it be Star Wars Land.
Yeah.
I mean, kudos to them trying something, but it's like when you pay $4 billion for something, you don't make up your own. You don't try and add on to. You utilize. You capitalize on what you bought. You use that, and then all those older people that have all the retirement money, they would all flock. They'd be Mecca. They'd get all their money, all of our money. All of the young people will be like, yeah, Star Wars is cool, man. Yeah, Luke, Leia,
They
yeah,
already got all my money.
that was the beginning. Let's see. Once, I mean, you have to. I mean, they didn't think like capitalists. They didn't like milk it dry. By now, it would have been maybe milk. Who knows? I mean, it could have been thriving right now with like Luke, Han, Leia, and like Tatooine, and one section's Tatooine, one section's Hoth, one section's Endor. It writes itself, right? I mean, well, especially in Orlando, if they do a Hoth section where it's cold, where you can get relief from that heat and humidity, oh my God, Hoth is going to be the most popular place, But
I'd be there all the time.
They didn't do that. I don't know. They took a lot of advice, I know, from some young people that were like, yeah, it'll work, and it didn't really work out as well as it should have been. And now all the older people are gone. I mentioned it all the time on podcasts. I'm like, where's all the old heads? All the people that saw Star Wars when they were like 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
I'm talking to two of them. I'm talking to two of them right now.
No, we're younger than those people. I'm talking about the old heads. The old heads that brought me in on this and were like, yeah, the original trilogy. I was there. I was there with my family. We saw it. You'll never experience that because you're 44 or you're 34 whenever I spoke to them. And they're like, yeah, that was it. That's what Star Wars was, and forever will be. And they had the opportunity to make Star Wars Land, and they didn't do it. They made Sequel Land. That's what they made.
Well, okay. So let me throw this at you then. Okay, because I know a lot of people who feel like how you feel.
Mhm.
I'm on the opposite end of the spectrum. Would I have liked Star Wars Land with everything you just described, being an original trilogy guy? And I'm just going to preface this by saying I am original trilogy ride or die. If I had to sacrifice, if there was a, if they said you could only have one piece of Star Wars for the rest of your life, I would let everything else go and keep the original trilogy. That is how I feel about it.
Mhm. Me too.
And I would have loved Star Wars Land like how you just
Yeah.
described. I think the opposite though. I think that it was good marketing to go with something in the sequel era. Only because that is what was being well, that is what's being pushed with you had the Force Awakens and then you had the Last Jedi. Again, regardless of how you feel about it, you had the that's what was being pushed. That is what, from my perspective, that is what people are looking for in the parks. That is what people would be looking for in a Star Wars land. Then you throw on top of the whole interactive immersive thing that they tried to do, which when they debuted Galaxy's Edge, I thought they kind of cut what they promised in half, because we were supposed to have interactive droids and interactive aliens day one, but
Hmm.
Mhm.
budget or whatever, it didn't happen. So we had the ability to take the data pad and scan stuff around, which was fun, but really you can only go through that once or twice and then it becomes old, right? And like Mary, you were saying, it's kind of repetitive and it's the same thing over and over
Yeah.
again. I thought from a marketing perspective, that was the right thing to do. Even though would I have loved to see Han, Leia, well, we got Chewie, but see Han, Leia, Luke, Vader. Yes, the original trilogy, the little 5-year-old in me would have loved to see that. It's not for me. It's for the 5-year-olds that are 5-year-old in 2019. That's what they were marketing to. The kids where the sequel trilogy is going to be their Star Wars, like original trilogy belongs to you and me, David. Uh, the younger millennials, it's the prequels. Gen Alpha, Gen Z now, it's the sequels. Those are the ones that are going to drive the park, not us. Our time is over. For stuff like that, it's over.
Accept
Now,
it.
now they're coming back to us. I don't think they're doing it out of necessity. I think to what Mary pointed out, they're doing it because it's time for a change. And really, there's no yes, people will bring up the prequel trilogy. Honestly, I don't think it has a solid fit into Batu and what they have at
No.
Galaxy's Edge, but the original trilogy absolutely does because of one thing. They have a multi-million-dollar model of the Millennium Falcon. It will only fit in the original trilogy. So that's
Yeah.
why I think they brought it back to the OT because it was time for a change. And you have the Millennium Falcon there. Uh, Again, I just don't think the prequel trilogy fit. So uh, that's my take on it. Again, marketing, I thought they did the right thing by going with sequel when they opened Galaxy's Edge. But I think now what we're looking at 8 years now, it's time for a change. Um, on the flip side, I think that eventually they should bring those changes to East Coast Galaxy's Edge. But again, what I've been hearing is that Demaro and company want both of them to be different now. Now that he's the head, he wants them to be different. So there is, and I know a lot of people, like a lot of people I know, a lot of people that are watch this podcast, a lot of people that watch the Cantina cast as well, they're not going to be happy if that's what happens. If you have to go to Disneyland to get the original trilogy version of Galaxy's Edge, and Orlando is going to be stuck with the sequel version of it. But that's just what I'm hearing is that they want it
They're gonna be
separate and
different.
different. They're going to be different.
That's what
So
they actually should have done, I think. That would have made more sense. You have two parks. Disneyland, it's smaller. You could have the smaller original trilogy stuff and then do the grand sequel thing in Orlando. and see which park made more money, see which park had more visitors, and then they
Well,
can move from there.
here's the
Not
thing.
fair. Not
Here,
fair
no,
at
no, no, no,
all.
no, 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 no. You know, but now you have to take. They don't compare Disneyland and Hollywood Studios. They always compare
Right.
Disneyland and Magic Kingdom because they're the
Yeah.
ones that are quote similar. Disneyland has way more foot traffic. You want to know why? It's because of people like Mary and the locals.
Hmm.
Locals drive the foot traffic, so that's not going to be a good comparison. Uh,
Well,
I-
also,
yeah,
Disneyland is so much more compact versus Disney
right.
World. So it's like I can go to Disneyland, go to Galaxy's Edge, Tomorrowland, all these things, and then literally walk across to California Adventure, get Pixar, get food and wine, like get everything I get in Epcot, get everything I get in like Hollywood Studios and stuff. I get Marvel, I get Cars Land. DCA is the only Cars Land out there and
Mhm.
stuff. So
Pixar
it's not
Pier.
fair. Yeah, it's not fair to compare in any way, shape, or form because
No,
Disneyland will always get a higher number because you just get more
you get
there
right, right.
in one spot.
But if they made the big shift and totally changed Galaxy's Edge to something totally different that people wanted, I mean,
They would have to do the
you're gonna
survey and
be
be like,
like,
"Did you
yeah,
visit
we want to go to
this?"
Hollywood Studios in Orlando just for that. Does Disneyland have an avatar? Anything?
It's coming to
Okay.
Disneyland. It's a part of the Disney Forward program that
Okay.
just got approved by the city. So they're going to get an avatar experience. We don't know what that means, but it's basically going to be if you know Disneyland, where the shuttle drop off is from the Toy Story lot,
Mhm.
Yes,
that
I
drop
do.
off section is going to become Avatar and it's going to have a bridge and stuff. So the drop off section will be somewhere new, kind of thing, and the Toy Story lot will actually be gone because that is also going to
Oh,
become part of the Disney Forward program, where it's going to be a separate park experience kind of thing. So you take it like the way Walt Disney World works. You take a small shuttle to that parking lot, and it's its own thing. So like
Mary,
Disney Forward,
Yeah.
once it's done, we're gonna have Avatar, we'll have Coco. Hollywood Lane
Coco?
is basically yeah, Coco. Hollywood Lane is getting completely removed and it's all just Marvel. And then it goes into Coco. So the Monsters Inc. ride is gonna become Coco. The studio to the right into the shuttle drop off will be Avatar. And the
Mary,
concept is like you're walking into the movies.
Mary, you sure you don't moonlight for Disney at all? You have the 411. You totally do.
You know what? I listen to a lot of podcasts. I go to the parks pretty frequently, and I have a lot of friends
There
who
you
are
go.
in the know, kind of thing.
Nice. Well, I'm happy I have you in my circle because I had no idea any of that was happening over
Yeah,
at
I think
Disneyland.
Moana. They're gonna bring Moana. I think that's gonna be one of the same Moana water experience that you guys have at Epcot or Florida has in Epcot. That's gonna be
Mhm.
coming here too.
Nice.
Yeah.
I know a lot of folks that who frequent Disney World actually kind of crap on Disneyland.
Oh yeah. It's
But
like this weird rivalry.
Exactly. But I actually I really like Disneyland. I actually have a good time there and I love California Adventure. My second favorite Disney ride in all of the Disney parks is there, and that's the Incredicoaster. I love the Incredicoaster. I love it. I love it.
I thought you were gonna say Guardians.
Ooh, I
I
love
like Guard
The
Guardians.
I like Guardians
Mission
out there.
Breakout.
Yeah, Mission. I
Yeah,
Yeah.
love it. But no, for me it's Incredicoaster. I love that ride. I love it.
that's a good one. It is a good one. I love it after they did the remodel. It's been pretty good.
Hmm.
Yeah. All right, it's time for bed.
Is it
Is it
past
It
eight
is
8
so
o'clock?
o'clock?
past 8 o'clock. It is so past 8 o'clock.
And you're still functioning, Mary.
Barely.
You can do it.
No. I have to be up at 5 a.m. tomorrow.
Uh, oh, okay. Yeah, we should probably end the podcast now.
Yes.
Do the outro.
All right, for Shadow Daddy, Mary, my name is David. May the force be with you always.
Always. Pew, pew, pew.
This is the way.
Iwanawanga.
Ichuta.
I master the force, and the force serves me.
Voodoo.
I have a bad feeling about this.
A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
That's no fair. You're going to start reading your tats.
I'm just going to read my arm. That is why you fail.
Wizard.
I'm no Jedi.
I am no Jedi. Oh, you just said it. Hold on. Aren't you a little short to be a stormtrooper? I plan to tell them that I was kidnapped. You can do this one. Kenobi!
Oh my gosh.
You're not a Star Wars fan, Mary.
Definitely not.
Bye, everyone.